us on. And then window capture all the way to the top. There we go. And then you're gonna have to, we're just gonna have to get rid of everything else, I think. Yeah, we're gonna need more.
More.
I'm gonna need
more. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it.
What's his name? Kylo Ren. More.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
The bears fight.
Don't let the bears fight. Please
Don't let the
let
bears
the
fight.
Here and see us. So that's
Yeah,
a
it
thing.
was on the thing.
Okay. Now that I'm finished with that, I don't know how that's going to work in the future. I'm going to have to figure out a better way of doing all of
I
the
think
things
I'll know
that
a better
just
way,
did.
and I'll show you next time.
But welcome to TPK. What your mother meant when she said you have Critical Role at home. Anyway. God, oh man, I hurt myself with that one.
Okay. That one was.
God.
Yeah, that one hurt.
That one
That's how we're
hurt.
starting it
That
off.
one hurt
Okay.
a little bit. You killed Maddie here. You absolutely murdered her.
Stop, you're gonna make me go.
I'm also going to point out
girl.
at the bottom of the screen is still the slideshow.
Yeah, it is for now, but it's going to be. It's going to change in a minute. Remember, you're 30 seconds
It has
behind.
changed. It has changed.
Okay. Like, literally as I said it, it changed.
Yeah.
Okay,
In the chat.
Jack's in the chat. Why isn't she in the live then? Anyway.
Because she can only be here for an hour.
Oh, that's.
Oh, okay. We
We
miss
love you,
you.
We miss you. We miss our big
Come help
fuzzy
us with
grandma.
our dice rolls!
Oh my god,
Dice
don't
gods
even, I'm so terrified.
Anyway, so we have a few announcements to make just before we jump into the game this week. We are trying to, we have decided to go for actual monetization on the channel, which means we need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. So if you have anybody you think might be interested in our little chaos, then please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything you're missing, please go back and watch whatever it is that you think you've missed. We've got everything up on the YouTube channel in a playlist, so it's easy to find. We do thank you for helping us, and thank you for joining us in this little adventure. Even if we don't make our goals, we still love everything that you guys have done.
And who knows, you know, maybe when we hit certain milestones, we'll do like giveaways of, you know, the things that I'm knitting on the show, or something more
That would
fun
be
like dice,
interesting.
maybe. Yeah,
That
who
would be
knows?
interesting.
knows?
We'll have to talk about that, actually. The other thing is, we do have another surprise for you guys later on in the video, and if you want to know what that is, you're just going to have to stick around and find out. So, without any further ado...
Wait, one more thing.
Okay.
We also have a Twitter and we have an Instagram.
Right.
You can find
That
us
is true.
Total Party Knockouts on Instagram, and our Twitter handle is again Total Party Knockouts, but our Twitter handle is Knockouts Party. So at Knockouts Party is our Twitter handle, and you guys can start following us there. There is nothing posted as of yet, but we will start posting soon once we finally organize things together. But yeah, you can follow us there, and if we have any updates, if we're not going to stream for any reason, you guys can know instantly. And I think that's it.
And yeah, and I think I speak for all the rest of us when I say thank you to Liz, who has basically become our social media manager on this front.
Yes.
And just
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
handled everything. She's been doing a terrific job, and we love you so much, and thank you for all of that. But
It's alright.
now, let's finally get back into today's installment of TPK, where last week we left off in the literal hands of a storm giant on its way to the palace in a city of storm giants. You had-
Basically, we're like this big on his palm, right?
yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are like maybe about
We're
this big.
like ants.
Yeah,
Seriously.
we're tiny.
You guys had been picked up by this giant after being randomly teleported somewhere in the Grey Cat fiefdom. You had an encounter with a Yeti and a pack of very tiny wolves, almost hyena-like.
Weren't they snow hyenas? Didn't we establish that?
Totally. Yeah, and I killed 3 of them.
Hyenas.
And I totally killed 3 of them.
And
I only killed
holy
one
shit,
of
you
them.
did.
I did.
And after which, you had a run-in with a storm giant, whose name was Oparam. And for those of you who are wondering, there is now an official spelling on that because I have, I got really into this, and I made an entire naming sequence for all of the giant kind. So that's a thing that exists now. So if you want the official spelling of Oparam, it's O''PER-OM.
Just someone type it in the chat.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll type it in the chat right here. After meeting with Oparam, you guys saw the storm. You came up across the storm giant city where he was hailed by a couple of guards who let him through. He's talked to a couple of people in town on his way to the palace, and that is where we last left off. As Oparam holds you in his hand, the good berry in the other hand, you guys slowly, but also very quickly, because giant, march your way up through the town, and then you come up to a cliff where there is a large sort of rope bridge type thing and another smaller floating island that houses this gigantic palace. And the palace, you all notice, is not the same sort of architecture as the town. Whereas you've seen a lot of pyramid shapes, some even dome shapes, and just a lot of the town seems to be falling apart as the buildings don't seem to be able to handle the weight that they need to. But the palace doesn't seem to be under any such constraints. The square cube law just doesn't seem to apply to it, which strikes you as odd. And as you march through, the palace guards see you, well, Oparam, Morley, as he walks up, and they just sort of look at each other and then nod and open the door for him. This kind of continues a few times as at each checkpoint through the palace you guys make, as you guys continue towards what you presume to be a throne room of some kind. And as you get into said throne room...
But not a dungeon. Because we're not putting up any sort of a fight.
Sneaky.
Have a rogue.
I'm actually proficient in stealth.
Me too, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Right?
Only if I was a proficient in sleight of hand, and it's like, Naaman really is a thief.
You don't know all his backstory yet.
I'm literally the only person in this party who has stolen something.
Let the DM finish.
Sorry.
Well,
Anyway, as you make it into the throne room, you see another storm giant. Who has the highest passive perception? I think it's Esmery. So go ahead and make perception.
Yeah.
Mine is 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Passive? Wow.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah,
My observant feat
it's
makes me
high.
really observant. Surprise,
I would say so.
Yeah. So wait, what am I making?
It's a passive.
Perception check.
You don't. Oh, she's
Perception
okay.
check.
I'm giving it to. I'm letting her do it because her perception is so high.
Oh,
Okay.
but I rolled really bad last time.
Wouldn't her passive perception just automatically succeed though?
No, it's
It
giving her
should.
the chance to succeed.
It should though.
Just kidding. Alright, I'm rolling. Oh, okay, 22.
Okay. You do notice that there seems to be a bit of a resemblance between Oparam and the figure sitting in the throne in front of you. Some sort of familial resemblance, maybe, you're unsure. But the one in the throne seems to be a bit younger than Oprom.
Really? Okay, interesting.
As Oprom walks up and kneels and then bows to the figure. Azurkan, I come bearing news of why have you entered my throne, O Param. And it's quiet for a moment.
Because of me. And I do my curtsy. I am Esmer. Oh, go ahead.
Make a.
Oh no.
You're really small.
I mean,
Where is he?
Make a performance check just to see if you can even.
I should have
reach
casted
his ear.
thaumaturgy. Why was I stupid
Yeah.
and not casted thaumaturgy?
It's just kind of like
Can I say I casted
fly
thaumaturgy?
buzzing around.
Alright, performance.
Yeah.
What did you say his name was?
Oprah.
Azurkan. A
Oh,
Azurkan.
Azurkan.
A apostrophe ZER
Nope, it's a
dash
12.
KAN.
It's a 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
As you begin to
I'm really nervous.
to speak up, it doesn't seem like they can hear you as Azurkan
Okay.
continues. You have no place in this palace, not anymore. So why have you come, Oparam? Oparam lifts his head and begins to speak. Because I have met one of the smaller people. She says her name is Andilian. At which point, Azurkan turns his gaze onto Oparam and says, I care not for your fairy tales.
You then!
Naaman!
Yeah,
Slap
Naaman
him outside
shouts
the back
as
of his
loud
head.
as he can.
No. This is the one time I don't think this is gonna be appropriate.
Name it? Chill. Just a little. Just a little. Temper that
fact,
boiling
guys.
rage.
I am pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but I am pretty dang sure that storm giants are the largest creature in the D&D universe.
Yes,
Not
I'm
the
pretty sure.
Canonically.
Oh no, there's actually what is
There
it?
are
The
larger
Thrask?
creatures.
Yeah,
but
the Thrask is
they
larger.
They are definitely the largest giant.
They are the
Yeah.
largest humanoid, I believe.
So,
I just put my hand over Naaman's mouth.
But did he hear me? That's my question.
No, he didn't.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna say that Annalise came up and grabbed you before you could get too many words out. As Opram tries to speak up, but I have and at this point, Azurkan stands no longer at his throne and walks up to Opram. I cannot stop my guards and my people from allowing you free access to Gíslaborg. However, I do not have to entertain your cowardice or your fantasy any longer. Begone from my sight, Opram.
can I cast thaumaturgy now?
You can try.
Why would I try?
I was gonna
It's
say,
a cantrip.
It's not a try, it is a do.
I'm aware. That's not the
Huh?
try. Go ahead.
Right. Is like the palm open? Is his palm
No, it's
open? Like,
closed. He
oh,
hasn't
it's
presented you
closed. Can I?
yet. You guys
Okay.
are all
Well
kind
then
of crouched
before.
under in his palm.
Well then before
in his palm.
before the murder freaking dramaturgy, can I just like poke his like finger or something for him to like open up his Gerstern hand?
He doesn't.
Can I forcefully open up at least like a finger?
No.
So you want him to look like he's flipping off the king.
Strength check. I know mine's only 20 and his is 29, but I think I could do it. I think
Totally.
I could win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess with the thaumaturgy, I would say, excuse me.
At which point, Ozarkhan looks down at the hand. And you like poke your head out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he looks at you very disapprovingly.
Well, he's being rude to this person that's trying to help me and my friends, so I will be polite.
You'll sick naming on him.
Oh yeah.
No.
It'll be freaking like Kratos.
She said polite.
Yeah.
Not nice.
So he can see me now? As I poke my head out?
He can see you poking out, yeah.
Yoo-hoo, big summer's blood.
No, thank you for keeping up the humor because I am nauseous. I'm gonna puke.
No pressure. You're just the leader.
I know, right? It's totally fine.
It's just the king of the Storm Giants. Yeah, no big deal.
It's fine. So I went from talking to the entire Royal Council, which I couldn't do like a week ago, and now I'm speaking to an entire Council of Giants. It's fine.
Leveling up.
Just the king.
Really good.
One man, one personality. Good luck.
He speaks the truth. Your Majesty.
As the king he doesn't kneel or get down or like lean it towards you. He just looks down because Operon's still kneeling and you're kind of just in his hand poking out from the side.
Mm-hmm.
And the king just looks down. I don't care. And turns around and walks back towards the throne. As Operon gets up and starts to back out of the door.
The fuck was his problem?
My hand's still over your mouth.
And they can't hear you
Maybe
anyway.
would pull you off like, what the fuck was his problem?
They can hear me because I cast thaumaturgy. About it.
Just so long as we don't go to the dungeons.
I mean,
No.
would the dungeons even be able to hold you?
They just have like little tiny Barbie houses down there that are like taped closed.
A little tiny Barbie dungeon.
Or they have their like food crates and it's just a giant food crate.
They pick them up. They pick us up with
They
like
just have, like,
tweezers.
We go in those like mason jars that people catch like fireflies in.
Oh, you know what? We're in a teacup. Just a teacup.
Yep, that's it.
Turned upside down.
With like a book on top. God damn it.
Serious moment. Totally.
Anyway,
Serious.
so,
We must.
I'm not nauseous anymore, guys. It's fine.
at which point, Operon leaves the throne room, and one of the guards outside of the throne room, as the door after the door closes, puts a hand on Operon, and just kind of looks at him sort of solemnly and says, "Did you really find an Endilium?" As he slowly opens up his hand to show the three of you.
I curtsy.
Hello.
As the guard giant goes and
I take my
pokes
hand off
Naaman
Naaman's
in the
mouth.
belly.
He goes flying.
They really are tiny.
What?
They really
The
are
guard-
tiny.
Yeah.
Very tiny.
And Operon just gives a sort of like weary smile. Yes, they are. And you guys begin to make your way outside of the palace.
Are we the mythical creatures here?
Probably.
Most likely.
Close societies. They get a little weird.
Oh, Operon, I thank you for your service, but may I inquire, how do you know of my family's name?
Well, over 100 years ago, there was another person of your size who managed to make it to the island. His name was Endilion.
How many years
Over
ago?
100.
Over 100 years ago.
Did Darius leave Great Cap 100 or 200 years ago?
Darius?
Darius. You told me that he was supposed to be. He long ago was supposed to take up Great Cap fiefdom, but then he was like, nah, and he
He
started
was
the King's
offered
Rangers.
Grey Cap fiefdom.
Oh, offered. Okay.
He turned it down. He didn't leave.
Okay.
It wasn't
thought
like
it was-
where he came from or anything like that. It was just,
Offered to him.
yeah. That's all you know, at least.
That was 200 years ago?
That was
Roughly?
about 100 years ago.
It was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
May I ask
Little over.
what this... May I ask what they looked like? Were their features different from mine?
I did
similar.
not see them myself. It was before my time.
I see. And what made this Endilion so renowned, other than finding your incredible city?
Well, him and a party of very eccentric people came and they told stories. They shared drinks and food. They were kind. And if the stories are to be believed, they helped to cure our previous con.
Say that again?
They helped to cure our previous con of a terrible illness.
It cured your people of illness.
Just the con, not the people.
Corn.
Con.
Just the corn?
Their king.
So your food.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
You are very funny.
Yes, it is.
I'm told. I seem to have taken a liking to the god of Puck, or he took a liking to me. I'm not sure.
Well,
So,
by
this
point,
previous
you guys are,
Endilion-
like, halfway through the town.
Yeah.
mhm.
This previous Endilion, they helped cure a disease from your food?
No, from our Khan, our leader, our king, as you might say.
Oh, okay.
Khan is
But-
the title of our leaders, or rulers in Giant Kin.
Oh, okay.
But if they were the ones to cure the illness of your previous leader in that time, why has the implication of the name changed?
I think we're losing focus on why that guy was an asshole to you.
No,
I-
wait. What was the question? The implication of what name has changed?
Of the name Endilion, because if it was so, like, if an Endilion cured, she's asking, if an Endilion cured your king, why is it now considered, like not a great thing? At least to the king. Current Khan, I guess.
You get the sense that it's not that it wasn't a great thing. It was more like
There was bad blood
a fairy
between him.
godmother. Like
I
they just don't
see.
believe it happened. It was so
Mhm.
long ago. They've never seen another person of your size since. Like they just kind of assumed it was a fairy tale. They know that there are smaller races. They know that they exist. But they kind of just assume that no one could have gotten up here at that time. In the time since they've lost their connection to the surface world.
Now, does that mean that or at least the Endilions, are no longer welcome here?
Quite the opposite. But the Khan, our current leader, he is not the kind of man who puts faith in such stories.
To be honest, he sounded like a prick.
Many
It also
people
kind of looks like
would agree with you.
He also
Told
kind
ya.
of looks like the kind of person that doesn't put a lot of faith in family. Is that correct?
He kind of just ignores that one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you didn't notice the resemblance. Only Esmeralda.
Oh, that's true. Damn. Okay, then forget that.
Well, would I have noticed him not answer that?
Well, if
Yeah.
I wouldn't have noticed
Okay.
that they look like family, so I wouldn't have even said it. So forget that I said
Right.
that.
And why would you think that he wouldn't at least what's the term? At least communicate with me and my party. Again, it's been some time since you've seen creatures of our size here. What would make him turn us away? Unease?
I do not understand, Azrakan. I wish I did. I only brought you to the palace because I thought that your name might stir something in him. It appears I was wrong.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't have been of additional help to you.
It is not your fault, small one.
And at this point, you guys have sort of made your way out of town, and you're going back into the forest.
Was he always like that? Or is this something new?
Many in the royal family have needed that sort of hard demeanor. The burden of leadership is heavy, even for a giant.
I can understand a bit of that. Still, no reason not to have faith. Sometimes it can be all we have.
I agree.
Out of general curiosity, of course, what could we possibly do to grant us a proper audience with your con?
Why are we trying to get giants on our side?
Because
We don't want giants against us?
Who said they're not against us? You don't even think we are real.
Yet.
Besides, they are a part of my home. I did not know this. And to make more allies together and build community is incredibly important.
Also, they might have a way to get off this island.
I forget that I'm noble, and I forget that you guys are noble. Well, not you. You're kind of always noble. I forget that you're also noble.
Well, it doesn't only come from my nobility name, and it comes from my work with the community. I am part of a clergy.
I'm not.
I would be very surprised if you were, darling.
I would be surprised if she was. Definitely.
That's my backstory.
What, if anything, could we have done to grant us a proper audience with your con?
I don't know, Azrakan. I have long since has it been since I could understand what he thinks and how his mind works.
And you see that he sort of looks kind of regretful, maybe even a little bit guilty as he says those words. And you guys are walking through the forest now, and he's kind of pushing trees aside with the goodberry still in his hand, Willow still in the goodberry. And after a while, just for the sake of time, you guys come to a small clearing. And there's this giant hut there. My mic. And there's a giant hut there, which you assume to be some sort of living area. But in front of the living area is a gigantic white mass of fur, haunched on its back legs, crouched ready to pounce, snarling with its teeth bared and its eyes angry.
Bigger than the house?
Oh, not bigger than the house, because it's still a giant building. It's a giant's building. It could, but it's huge. The form of a gigantic dire wolf sits in front of you. Snow white fur and red eyes.
Pretty puppy.
It's a kill puppy.
As Operam
It's a kill puppy.
slowly sets down the good berry, and you guys next to it, and slowly approaches it, slightly crouched, and he drops a weapon to the ground slowly, with his hand outstretched, as the direwolf lunges, runs straight for Operam and pounces on him, snarling and growling at him, and it tackles him to the ground and is licking his face.
Yep.
It's a puppy.
It's a puppo.
It's a pupper.
Also, we don't even hear cute puppy noises. It's just
No, you just
because
hear
it's like they're basically Godzilla.
No, we essentially
And the
just got
ground
freaking
shakes
shaken by the earth.
as everything fucking like it's chaos from your perspective, but like if you could see it from a top-down perspective, it would be adorable as shit.
Yes.
But you guys are having trouble keeping your footing. At which point, while this is happening, you guys feel a slight sort of ionization of the air, sort of like a spark of electricity flowing through it a little bit, and
It's like copper
feel-
everywhere.
kind of. You start to have that
My
sort of
hair's
little,
standing on end.
tiny little copperish taste, and then all of a sudden, right above you, something just appears out of nowhere and then falls straight in front of you. As you see it, there's a mass of there's a cloak covering what looks like some sort of body.
I'll approach it.
Yeah, Naaman is gonna pull out his sword and kind of poke it. Like,
Yeah.
No, name
he's not gonna stab it. He's gonna poke it.
I was
Get
gonna
it
poke
right.
it with my foot, but that's different.
with your sheet, not
At
with the
this
sword
point-
out.
It's
Would
the
our guest
longest thing I have. Do you want me to
like
turn
to
the
join
pin
us?
and everything into a giant rod and start poking it?
Glenn, shut up. You were saying, DM?
At this point, would our guest like to join us in the group conversation?
Yes.
Get over here, like right now.
Is she able
Right,
to
right.
He's watching the
For
stream. There's
now.
gonna be that 30-second delay.
Yeah,
I know, right?
So
Right
there's
for
probably
now.
gonna be 30 seconds of us trying to get a hold of her to hop on in.
I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy.
While we're waiting for her to join, you guys see this mass on the ground. It's vaguely human-shaped, and out from the back there's the sort of furry tail with a little pump on the end. Ah, here she is!
Get over here. Get over here right now. Oh my god.
Everybody say hello to our new cast member for the foreseeable future, the Reading Dragon, otherwise known as Avalon?
Avonlea.
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 Yes.
Oh my god, you look so
Welcome!
Find the purple I needed for my character, so here you go.
pretty. Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, but
All right.
I'm so
Where's a lot of
excited.
purple?
I'm so
Esmeralda-
excited.
Esmeralda will gently reach down towards the cloak and pull back the hood to see who this is.
What does she see?
For me, okay. So, you see white fur with black stripes and a little pink nose and ears, feline in nature, that are pink on the inside.
Are you a white tiger tabaxi?
Yes.
So happy. I am so happy. Oh.
Are you just pulling back the hood?
Yes, I'll pull back the hood.
Okay,
Friend
so
or
far
foe
that's all
and-
you see.
Alright. Friend or foe, and make it quick, please.
Is she even conscious?
Yes. Is she conscious? I would assume
You're
so.
conscious, yeah.
Okay. Ow! Ow!
Friend or foe?
Friend, what? You're not bandits, are you?
What?
Excuse
No.
you?
Possibly.
Absolutely not. Name it.
Shut up. No.
Depends on what you have on
As-
you.
As I look around and I try to back up, I yell in pain because I have also a crossbow bolt stuck in my side.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
I swear it wasn't me.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
You know, I wasn't thinking that until you said so.
I swear
And
I
now
just
I'm
said it
suspicious.
wasn't me.
Would you two please? And
Never.
she casts cure wounds, but like holds down the wound. 1 second, dear, just a moment. If you have
I
something
assume
to
you
bite,
pulled the
I would
bolt
bite
out
it now.
first.
Yes.
So I take out the hilt of one of my daggers and
Mhm.
bite on the hilt.
And then I pull, and then immediately cast cure wounds.
Okay. Mark the spell off.
Sure.
Sure. And
Yeah,
roll,
you just-
roll
you-
how much you heal.
Uh-huh.
Sure, you'll just heal a complete stranger, but I still have bite marks from the frickin' wolves.
Come
I'm
here
fine.
then, and I will
No,
heal
totally.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my goodness! Stop being a baby.
I mean, not to
Fair.
mention that Willow also has cure wounds.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she's
but you're
still
still
no,
a wagon.
Are you
out.
coming out?
Get him out.
You're still in the tavern. When are you coming out?
Okay. I rolled an 8 and a 10. Can I give the 8 to Annalise and the 10 to her? Because I assume that crossbow
Yeah,
to the freaking
that's-
abdomen was.
That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
you.
Vonthon, you cure 8 points, and then Annalise, you cure 10.
No, the opposite.
Yeah, I
oh,
cure
yeah.
8.
Oh, sorry. Strike that, reverse it.
I'm going to help her up. Do you have a name?
It's Von Tharn.
Von Thorn.
Von Tharn?
Von
Tharn.
Tharn. Ow.
Von Barn. Wait.
Like
No.
one as a digger.
Von Tharn. With a
Tharn.
TH in the middle.
Von Tharn.
And as
D-O-N
she's
Tharn.
gesturing with her hands, you notice her hands are not tabaxi in nature, but they have blue scales of a dragon.
That's amazing.
Sick.
Sure.
Sick. Because why not?
Brand. Absolutely.
Does anyone else see that?
I see it. I definitely see
okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay, dear, how did you? What did you
Get here.
cast? What was that?
Wait, were you trying to teleport through trees too and then got lost?
She also didn't use a tree.
yeah.
I used a teleportation scroll to escape some bandits on my way to Goldtown.
Where?
Oh,
Goldfield.
Do we know where Goldtown is?
Goldfield.
Oh, Goldfield.
Goldfield. Never mind. Goldfield. Sorry. Oh,
Wait,
also,
where is that on the
Why?
continent?
Yeah, where
it's
is
the
that?
It's the fiefdom that's immediately south from Erelon.
Oh, so she's on the other side of the entire country now.
Yeah.
Well, you came from a long way.
You definitely
Where
did.
Is there wild
exactly?
here?
Well, actually, I'm not even sure we know yet. We're on a floating ice place.
We
Where,
are.
around,
in-
what do I see in my surrounding area?
Well, it's less what you see because it's mostly just forest. It's more what you feel, which is and like it's like you're in the middle of a constant earthquake at the moment, which has not ceased.
Yeah, this conversation has probably been like half yelling because of the freaking
Yeah.
noise.
Just taking snow out of your hair.
Yes. We're in.
Not to mention how much snow is being
Wait,
knocked
it's
up from all
cold
this.
out here. I don't have
Yeah.
any warm stuff
Yeah.
on, probably. I just got my normal clothes. So
Well,
I probably all
you have
start to
fur.
shiver. Yeah,
We-
but I also I'm not fully furred because I also have scales.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dear,
Okay.
we are in Grey Cap Fiefdom. Are you aware of where that is?
And, DM, am I aware of Grey Cap Thievedom?
I mean, make a history check.
I'm sure it's not high.
No, not at all.
I was about to say.
Rolls
I got
that
a
one.
9.
It's good enough. You recognize the name. It's another fiefdom in Erelon. You might not know exactly where it is, but you know it's not the fief you were in just now. But you haven't left the country, at least.
At least I haven't left the entire country.
Yeah, you just went from one side of it to the exact opposite side.
Went south to north, dear.
Yep.
hmm I hope you weren't trying to get somewhere quickly, because you're probably not going to be there for a while.
Not
I
to
felt like
mention,
I was
we don't
going
even know how to get out of here.
north.
You were going south, dear, if you were headed to Goldfields, Castletown.
Well, yeah, I was headed to Goldfield with the caravan that I was hired to protect for a shipping mission. But then
Did
a
you
bunch
get
of
paid
bandits
though? Because
came on the road.
you made a killing.
No, I'm just
Name
hoping
is
the
Stupid.
caravan made it to Goldfield
What?
okay.
She's trying to tell us her backstory. Stop being a dick.
Welcome to the show!
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Welcome to Waddle.
This is kind of no different from the other two campaigns that I'm part of, so
You're used to
one of
it.
them I run.
Alright, well, dear, you used the teleportation scroll to get out, and you made your way here.
Yeah, I probably should have thought about where I needed to go a lot better. I was in a panicky state. I was about to have my head sliced off.
That's a good reason to escape.
See.
Yeah.
Do you have
Definitely.
any more of those scrolls? Because we could probably use one.
Mm.
Wouldn't even.
That was the only one I got, and I got it as a payment.
Damn.
I'm just surprised it worked. No one is supposed to be able to teleport to Grey Cap.
Well, not on purpose anyway.
Well, if you
Here
think
I
about
am.
it, she did not exactly say that she was going to Grey Cap, so it could have been, one of those magical loopholes.
Yeah,
I
like how we
suppose.
were trying to go to the castle, but we didn't end up there.
Yeah.
Well, that was due to Trent's unique skill. But anyway, here. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy on myself. Operon! Dear,
He
we're
doesn't
going.
respond at first. But you keep
Vonthon was
keep
not
trying to get his
expecting that, so
attention.
she has to cover her ears from the sound.
Yeah.
You try
Not
a
to
couple
mention,
of
what's the
times, and eventually
temperature
you get
right
his
now?
attention. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like below 70.
So
Yeah,
she
so-
needs to get inside the wagon.
Yes, but
because
that's
she's
what I'm
freezing
trying
her
to tell
ass off.
I want
Her
to-
teeth are chattering.
I'm trying to tell Operon that we are going into the tavern and it will be back momentarily.
We're going into our
Basically.
wagon.
He pulls the dire wolf off of him and he goes, "Oh, okay. I'll bring tavern in tavern."
It's the little wagon.
I point to the wagon.
Oh, I bring wagon inside while you guys are gone. And
Thank you, dear.
the dire wolf starts licking him again.
Oh.
Here,
We'll bring-
by the way.
Yeah, cute puppo the size of a fucking house.
Yeah, not even
Hey.
that's a good dog.
Naming one of that snow hyena that fell off the freaking edge. He's a puppo lover.
I want a battle corgi.
You want a battle corgi?
I want a battle corgi, but that's just for me personally.
Battle corgi with a little set of armor.
And roller
Talk to
skates.
Colleen, see if she'll transform Ka into a corgi.
I mean, probably.
Battle corgi is an
Anyway,
actual
anyway.
creature in D&D though, and it's a
It
large
is.
class
It is.
creature.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
fine.
okay. Off topic.
Yeah,
off topic.
it's a
Okay,
big dog.
Back
Uh,
to
Reel it
same,
back.
yeah.
Let's reel it back. We'll bring her inside.
All right.
With
At
us.
which point you guys come inside, and Willow has a new hairdo for some reason.
Why'd you cut your
Of
hair?
course you do.
Because it was getting in the way.
Huh? Never mind.
Well, alright. Suits you. Anyway.
Okay,
Um,
whatever.
me-
We have a new
Me-
friend? Question mark?
I mean,
Okay.
I appreciate the help, at least. So
It's in the tavern. It's the temperature's normal.
Yes, can you describe what she sees as she walks into this cart?
So as you try to walk into this cart, you think it's just like a normal Vardo, and you're kind of wondering how all these people sleep in there. And then you walk through the door, and it's like walking through the TARDIS. It's like, why is it so much bigger in here? And it's warm. There's like, it's instantly you're a lot warmer. It's like very comfortable. There's some like spectral servants floating around, you know, kind of just like bringing things somewhere. One of them brings you like a little cup of whatever it is you want.
Hey,
tea.
Yes.
Hands you a little cup of tea.
there you go.
And yeah, inside you see about 5 doors up on the second floor, where there's a stairway that goes up and across this little sort of like platform walkway, and there are 5 doors along that sort of walkway area, and then underneath that platform there's another 3 doors.
So at some point, I stopped shivering,
Yes.
and I am
Pretty
just
much
kind of staring. And then I kind of poke my head outside, and then I pull my head back into this place. What is this?
We've all done it. We all.
This is the good berry goal, and she is wonderful.
Essentially, she's a special gift to us.
And unfortunately, she's a bit injured due to someone's negligence.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
All right.
You should be.
Don't apologize to us. Apologize to the good berry.
I'm
Apologize
sorry,
to-
Goodberry. I
I'm
was
going
trying
Now
to
I can
help.
mean it.
You're also going to have to apologize to Garland. He's going to be furious with you. You're going to have
Yeah.
to take more than just your shirt off next time, I swear.
Vaughn looks at
It's just dead.
Just look at Neiman.
Oh wait, how tall is your
Give
character?
me back my fucking boots.
My character
Fine.
oh,
Takes
God.
off boots and then throws it at her.
My character is 5'6".
Make
She's
an attack roll.
5'6".
All right.
Can I ask for boots?
Make an saving throw.
So what do I do with
Disadvantage.
improvised weapons? What do I add?
It's improvised weapon, so
Make a what throw?
dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
You're hungover.
Not still.
No,
Is
it's
she? Is
more
she
you
still
don't have the
hungover?
skill
I was about to
required
say,
do it.
there's
Well,
no-
yeah, I guess about this
You're not
amount
a monk.
Not
of...
yet.
yeah.
Oh fuck. 16.
What did name and roll?
What did you roll?
19.
And I rolled a
I was hoping it-
22.
Oh my god!
Oh.
That sucks.
I hate you.
Gucci.
Hey, this is payback for all those times you slapped me across the head.
So,
Oh, that was me.
That wasn't just you, that was her. Actually, I think that's like
That was
everybody
all
in the
of
party,
us.
minus Colleen.
True.
No,
So,
Colleen actually hit you.
roll
Oh yeah,
a
so
d4.
everybody in the party.
Yeah.
Roll a d4, add... Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I
your
added
strength.
anything to D4.
It was an improvised weapon?
No,
yeah, you
so
don't add anything.
in Tavern Brawler, I would add my strength, but as without that feat, it's just a D4.
Alright,
So 1.
Dear,
it just kind of hits you in the
she
gut and
turns-
you're just annoyed.
she turns back to the newest party member. Your name again, dear? I'm sorry.
Von Tharn. It's in Von Tharn spells it out.
Yeah.
VONTHARN, as in Nancy.
Quick question: how tall is she?
My character is 5'6".
Okay, so everybody else's height.
Yeah, average female height, especially for a tabaxi.
Now, dear, correct me if I'm wrong. You mentioned something about someone about to cut your head off?
Well, she just said that she was attacked by bandits.
Yeah, one of the bandits was about to kind of slice my head off or slice it in half. I don't. It was a lot, and happening so fast.
So does that mean that you failed your caravan job?
No, I was at least able to make sure they were able to get away. There were about, I want to say, DM, was there 60 or 40 when I had to face them?
There's 20.
Whoa!
40?
20.
20. Okay. 20.
Ew.
There was about 20 of them that came at the caravan, and I was at least able to make an opening for them to escape towards Goldfield.
Oh wait, no, you were going
That's
towards.
impressive.
You were going towards
Okay.
Goldfield?
For the sake of trying to clear up confusion on this one, you were
Yes.
in Goldfield Fief. You were headed to the castle town,
Oh,
which
okay.
shares a name
Okay.
with the Fief.
Yes,
Because
it does.
I
Not
don't
confusing at all.
plan very well.
Naming scheme is simple.
Mainly
Fiefdom,
all improv.
Castle Town. Yes,
Right.
that works with every fiefdom.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What were you carrying? Food? Were you carrying gold? Do you know what was in the caravan?
What was the caravan carrying? I don't think we ever discussed that.
You don't know.
Oh,
It wasn't really explained to me.
right.
Did you at least get paid?
Did I get some sort of advanced pay?
You did get half up front. It was about 500 gold. It's already added to what you have.
I got 500 gold so far. I think I was gonna get more after.
Wow.
Well,
That might be all you're going to keep in your
Get.
pocket for some time.
yeah.
Damn it.
Just so that you're aware of where we are, we're currently on a floating island.
Oh,
We're currently on a floating eye.
Island.
yeah. No, Maddie, you kind of cut out like
Island.
right there.
Yeah.
We're currently on a floating
She said island.
island.
Sometimes
Currently
she
on
just
a-
freezes.
You guys-
Well, it is cold up here.
I can
It's
tell.
cold
Get
immunity.
out.
All right.
Well, they're
Every
just
single
like,
time.
no! Well, they're just
With
listening like this.
With each pun, that is another 10% to how much harder I will slap you.
Speaking of puns, I heard
Does he make a lot of
Annalise was
puns?
complaining about her not
It's
being able to,
unfortunate.
do some distant damage. So take this.
Oh, yeah,
I never
don't
really
have
use
long
it.
range. Oh! Is it the pun book?
It's the pun book.
Yes!
It says 1,001 dad jokes on it.
Yes.
Excellent.
And I am going to
dear-
remove that from my.
That
you-
explains
do-
a bit now.
So we're what was it called? So I can put it in my
1,001 dad jokes.
Okay.
That is
Dear,
also
would
the
you
name
like
of the magic
some-
item.
Some
DM, I have a
food. Would you?
question. We have had a long rest since our last combat, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck.
We haven't even had a
Willow
short. Well,
has.
actually, Willow might have at least had a short rest.
Yeah, Will
Yeah.
probably had a short
I'll
rest.
say, like, in this time, you guys, like, in the time it took to get to the tower and everything, in the
Well,
palace
no,
and
I'm
back
asking for
here,
spell slots.
you guys would have had a short rest.
Oh, okay, cool. So
So you don't
that
regain
means I
your spell
healed up
slots.
and all that. Well, I didn't need to
I'm
heal,
looking
but
No,
for
you don't
spell
heal.
slots.
Yeah, I know. You haven't had
yeah, when you take a short rest, you just roll
You're
hit
not as
dice.
bad as Vonthorn, though.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
fair.
I did gain 10 hit points, so I'm almost.
Yeah,
Back
but
to
what,
full
how
health?
many, how many
Hey,
spell
how
slots do you have
bad is
left?
she?
Oh, let's take a look.
None. I've already looked. You have none.
Yeah, nope. I
You
just
have-
have
she
my
has no
cantrips
what?
available.
She has
Oh.
no spell slots left.
I
Oh,
just have my cantrips available, which my cantrips are still pretty good. And
wait. Are you? So how did you come across this teleportation spell, and how did you know how to use it? Because like people like me, I have no idea how to use that stuff.
well, I came across the teleportation scroll because it was utilized as a payment from one of the clients that I deliver to, and I was able to use it because I know how to do arcane magic.
So you're a
Did you-
wizard.
What did you learn?
Not
this
a
And
year?
Harry.
wizard.
I'm sorry, I had to.
That slap is now at 50%, Glenn. Minimum.
You just made the DM rage quit.
Oh man. There he goes. There he goes. Oh. You broke the DM. Take a drink.
Totally
Where the hell
worth
is
it.
my fan?
100% worth it. I don't care if you slap me or not. It's totally worth it.
Come back.
Oh god. There's my fan.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh man.
Where did you learn your arcane magics from?
my dad taught me.
Oh,
Okay.
that was nice of him.
He's also an arcane user.
Can I just point out how much I love how bitter Annalise gets anytime somebody has a positive relationship with their parents.
Why do so many people have good relationships with their parents and I couldn't have one? It's not fair.
Just that was nice of him.
I'm just gonna keep that whole book of information myself.
Yeah.
Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
Right then.
Yeah, no, my dad taught me. He's also an arcane user
Oh, alright.
of the sorcerer kind, actually.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Sorcerer's magics are actually inherited, I believe.
Ah.
And wizards are
Maybe
not.
she's
They
born
learn
with it.
their magic
Maybe she studied at his wizard tower.
50% for you too, Ryan.
The way I know it,
No.
The way I know it-
50%, you gotta wait till
I need it for
100%.
me.
the way I know it is that the wizard has to study his way to power, and the sorcerer has to sleep his way to power.
Well, no, actually.
No, I think that was a warlock. A warlock has to, they have their
not
patron.
necessarily. It's not. Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So
So want Garland to
I
just pop up
have
right now and say, "We're not
abilities
wrong."
in sorcery. My biological dad is a wizard. My other dad is a sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But I still got my sorcerer abilities through my biological dad because of, and she gestures to her hands, of our ancestry.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Well then, well still, dear, you look like you need some food and some rest.
Sleep does sound good.
Whose
I think
room
I
is she
might
gonna
still
be
be
sleeping
going
in?
through some shock
No, it's okay.
for food right now. Boy, I think food would probably be good as well. So that way I'm
Well-
not starving later on.
I think you guys did make like a guest room, didn't you?
We do. We have a
I
guest.
thought
We have at
so.
least a couple
Yeah.
guest rooms.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you haven't set any of those rooms. The only one that
Yeah, I don't
kind
think
of
we
did-
set a guest room. We
Right.
have a prison, we have a bathhouse,
And, we have
and a
therapy
train
day.
room. But the other
Mhm.
two that we
The
didn't
therapy
set
bed
up
is-
whatsoever.
Yeah, so we would set up a guest room.
Yeah, at least like a row of guest rooms.
Okay,
just
so
one's fine.
as
I
you
We
mean,
can
guys
only do up
kind
to
of-
10, remember?
So as you guys kind of settle on this idea of a guest room, one of the doors, another door appears on the bottom row, and it's just kind of a simple door with a little half moon window, 2 simple lines, and it just says guest room on it. And you walk in, and it's actually another hallway, and there's a series of doors on each side.
That is very handy. Thank
A
you.
room of rooms. Clever, Goodberry, clever.
Oh, Goodberry
Does
gives
this
us the
place
best
just
of what we need.
Grow when ideas come about for what it
She kind of has a mind of her own.
Sort of, but she mainly gives us what we need. Not necessarily always what we want.
So it's sentient.
Sort of.
In a way,
We
yes,
think
but
so, yes.
It's fueled by a deity.
It's
yeah.
closer to.
Who said it's fueled by a deity?
It's still fueled by a deity. It was made by a very handsome...
Actually, we could probably
Yes,
go contact him right now.
Nah,
Yes.
we don't need to do that.
What
No.
about the freaking damage I did? You guys are complaining about that.
Well, then you get to go do that and tell him.
Okay, fine. I will.
And there was also mention from one of you about how taking one shirt off wasn't going to cut it anymore.
Well, actually, if you met the man, it
You'll
makes
see.
more sense when you actually you actually get to know him.
Yup.
If you took off your shirt, he'd just be just as excited. Don't worry.
I think
Don't
that'd be more
listen
for
to-
Annalise.
Don't listen to him.
What?
He's an
Oh,
idiot.
here was my name.
I mean, I don't know how
I'm
you
not an
feel
idiot.
about that
I'm just
actual
eccentric
scale, but-
as shit.
Okay.
Please tell
And
me you guys know
sometimes
where
that's
that's
I mean,
from.
I know members who are pretty eccentric. I just don't know of what kind of eccentric this particular person is. But no, I have family members who are eccentric, so I kind
I'm
of get it.
eccentric as shit.
Yes, dear. Yes, you are.
Okay,
Von
so
Tharn's head as she's in Von Tharn's mind as Naaman does this. Should I be concerned?
Yes.
concern.
I wasn't doing
Always.
the actual dance. I was like, when he said eccentric as shit, that was me referencing where it came from for those who might
Okay.
not have caught on.
Because if he was actually doing the motion, Von Tharn would
He
have been
would have
like,
actually done the motions. Like, he's in armor, so it's gonna be like he's not gonna have that type of movement.
It's more.
If he actually did the movement, she'd be like in her head going, I think I'll just handle the cold instead.
Oh, right now.
At which
yeah.
point it would be impressive because he's wearing mithril, which isn't supposed to make noise.
Yeah.
Like, you made mithril make noise. That was impressive.
I mean, there's also the theory that his armor
Well,
is just
I was gonna say
little
mithril is not
armor. Why he
exactly
hasn't
like
actually died
noise
yet.
reducing. It's very light.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very light metal, but very sturdy.
Right. But it's also the only full plate armor that you don't have disadvantage in stealth checks in, which means it
Yeah.
does have some noise.
Well,
reducing
technically, it's a
property.
half plate, so
Okay.
I'm waiting
Still.
for that. I'm waiting for that payment for the full plate.
Still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to plot.
So, Von Tharn, you
Um,
open up one of the doors, and it's a simple tavern room that you've been in a million times. There's a bed, there's a desk, there's a window. It looks outside, and there's the blizzard outside, and you're like, what? Especially considering on either side there should be no windows.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just kind of like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, try not to think of. Try not to think about it too harshly, Dale. You'll hurt yourself. I promise.
Mhm.
Now
Come, have
comes
it.
the question: what do you do now?
Us or her?
Her.
I mean,
Well,
in
you gotta
terms of
think
what?
she's what? Where are you trying to head to? Like,
Well, I was
Because-
trying to head to. I was trying to head to Castletown and Goldfield.
Yeah,
Do you
but
still want to go there?
the question is, what are you gonna do now? You are on the other side of the country.
And I have no idea where specifically I am in. All I know is that at one point I saw a giant person and a giant wolf, and I don't want to fuck with that.
Got
So
a
I
point.
show her
If she
the.
didn't know it was a good puppy and a good giant,
Yeah,
I'd,
it's
I'd
true,
be on
it's
the same
true.
page.
So I go out to
I
the
also
map we
don't
have on the
have-
wall.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I go with her to look at the
Okay,
map.
so you are here, and I point to where the general area of that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and now you're here.
Which is
What the
right.
actual hell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're the one
but,
using the teleportation screw.
but here's the thing: you're actually on a floating island above that, which inhabitants is mainly storm giants.
And snow hyenas and yetis.
Yes, there's probably more, but that's
Her
all we've
ears
simplified.
just flattened back, and she's like
Oh.
kind of stopped and is just thinking about it, like, why? What have I done to myself? What have I gotten myself into?
Yes,
Don't worry,
we
we're
did this-
also trying. Yeah, we didn't mean to
did
be
this up.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
we-
Von Thorn,
just full of
Yeah.
accidents. Just full of
make
accidents.
I'm gonna say either intelligence or religion check. Your choice.
Ooh.
Who?
Oh,
Ryan,
Vaughn?
Von Thorn.
Okay.
who? Yeah, Von Tharn.
Oh, the little ears go back. It's so cute.
That is a 16,
For which one?
because my digital dice are being kind of
What for what check?
Religion or
religion.
Okay.
okay.
So when you pulled out the scroll and you finally finished casting it, the first thing you noticed as you were casting is something was helping you. It should have been a lot harder to cast a 7th level teleportation spell. But
I remember that one hand that was helping me was more humanoid than anything else, and the other hand was draconic.
right, and you saw those sort of ethereal hands touch over yours as they sort of guided the direction that you were pointing in more northwards. And just as the spell finished, and you get the sense that comes to your mind in this moment, and you start to get the sense that maybe you're not here by accident.
Well, that makes one of us.
Oh, okay.
Her ears
okay,
twitch
okay,
a
okay,
bit.
Okay.
Her ears
Okay.
twitch a bit as she's kind of thinking about recent events, and now that she's just kind of here. Well,
All right.
I guess the only thing I can do that makes sense is looking around you guys for a little bit.
Well, actually, the thing is, we're on a mission to reopen the teleportation circle in Greycap.
Oh.
So, if anything,
convenient.
It is treason.
no. Well, it's
Well-
not. It's not treason if it's my home.
Not us. I'm talking about we're trying to stop someone from committing treason.
Yes, yes.
Basically, yes.
Basically, they put the
Um,
country on lockdown.
The fate.
Wait, would Von Thorn know anything about what has been happening up until this point in the country, or has she just been
Not
kind of
really, no.
like,
you know that
okay.
the Baron of Goldfield was called away on some sort of business, and that almost immediately after that, the bandit presence in Goldfield spiked.
Wait, wasn't Goldfield Jade?
No, that
No.
is Karin.
No, Goldfield, yeah.
Wait, who is?
Goldfield is
Goldfield. Travis, the furball.
Oh,
one
I
that's
like
fr-
him!
Right,
Yes.
right.
Him.
That's
Yeah.
a reaction to it. Oh, I like that
Goldfield
one.
is Redmond.
Who doesn't like him? He was cool as
Goldfield
hell.
is Redmond.
he was very cool.
Basically.
this wouldn't happen to have anything to do with some of the barons being called away, would it?
Sort of. It seems a
around-
little coincidental.
Because around the time that Baron Travis of Goldfield went away, that's when the bandits started coming in.
Yes, we
Yes.
we do believe that this is some sort of resemblance of a calculated attack against all the fiefdoms,
It
or at
seems
least
a
an
little-
attempt to keep all of the barons from from staying in Westmarsh, where they are now currently.
Yeah, there
them
was a
distracted
dragon
long
army
enough.
that attacked there, and it's
so
actually
bad.
one dragon that's been manipulated by time to make multiple dragons. It essentially became one
very
dragon
cute.
army.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
her
one
ears
dragon
are
army,
like back
technically.
down again.
Well,
And her
well,
eyes are kind
essentially-
of like her eyes are a little dilated as she's trying to take everything in. It's like, this is some heavy shit that you guys are involved with.
Tell me
Technically,
about it.
I
Tell
don't
me
think
about
we're
it.
quite involved
Oh,
in it necessarily. We're aware of it and we're trying to help a little bit, but I don't think it's directly at us.
Yeah, we're
I
kind of assisting. We're not really like leading that. I ain't
yeah.
taking that job.
Excuse us, actually, and now she kind of like, duh. I never introduced myself. I am Esmeralda and Dillian. First daughter and second child to Baron Edward and Dillian.
Would I recognize that?
You would recognize the name Edward and Dillian. You would recognize that she's just announced that she's the daughter of a baron. Beyond that,
She know
are you
the
from Erelon? We never actually nailed that down. Are you actually from Erelon? Or are you from somewhere else and you're just adventuring in Erelon?
I think what we discussed was that I was from somewhere else, but I was adventuring in Erelon after I came of age to start my own journey.
Right.
In my
so
family.
we'll figure out where you're from at another point, probably after the stream, because we never actually figured that out.
No, we got sidetracked.
Yeah, we did.
Us? Never.
But so you recognize that she's some nobility of some kind. But since you're not really from this country, you're not too, up on its politics and its, infrastructure. You recognize that that's impressive. You're not really sure how impressive, but it's impressive.
This is
So-
Annalise and Naaman.
You're
and
related to
Willow.
a baron then?
No. The Baron is my father.
That is a
Oh,
religion.
okay. Sorry. Continue. I'm sorry for interrupting. Continue.
You have this little shit that always wants to freaking get hung over. Her name's Willow.
I thought you
She's
were
a
talking
King's
about me for a
Ranger, if
second.
you know what that is. Or
Yes, I know
assistant,
what a ranger is.
Ranger's apprentice.
whatever that. Yeah.
Fuck you too, Naaman.
And yes, his name is Naaman, and this is Annalise.
Hello.
Hoi.
Hello.
We normally have an additional party member, but she is not present at the moment.
She went to the Feywild without us, and I'm so bitter.
Don't
Not to
be-
mention Ka. You'll like Ka. Ka's cool.
I'm still
Ka's very cute.
Along
still-
with Doug.
I'm still not
Yeah.
trying to think about the fact that she's there. It's one of the most dangerous places you could possibly go. But
Hopefully
anyway,
she doesn't get attacked by another bear.
stop.
Hey there.
Try not to think about it.
It didn't go well last time.
No. Anyway, we because my father and my brother are still in Westmarsh trying to recover Castletown from the recent attack, they cannot teleport back to Greycap in order to stop this treason. We believe is led by occultists. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
We're trying to figure it out and also get everything back up and running.
Yes.
But basically, we believe that these cultists have taken over her kingdom.
Yeah, there's like some type of crystal in the mountain that's behind the castle town. But now we're kind of stuck on this floating rock. We have to deal with giants and we have no idea what we're doing at this point.
Our intention was to arrive in Castletown. However, because of some incident with the magics that we used to get to Greycap, we ended up here on this island. We are still technically above my home fiefdom. And that's what we
So
meant.
basically, you're looking for a way to get off this floating rock.
Yes.
So far.
I believe that my family name. That's
Other than Oberon.
Yeah, Oberon might know. We haven't talked to him about that yet.
But at the same time, he's got a puppy to take care of.
Vonthar. At which point they mentioned the name Operon. And you notice, because you speak giant, you notice the suffix on the name, the title on the name is Om. Om being usually reserved for the giant races that are seen as less intelligent. This is what a lot of the more intelligent races call the lesser intelligent giants. But for a storm giant to have the title of Om, they must have done something they must be either a traitor, a coward, or or they're shunned for some reason. They are outcasted.
What did he do? Does anyone know?
What do you mean?
What did who do?
So, the last part of his name, that's a title. And your friend over there, Oparam, is the title given to a traitor or a coward. And for a storm giant to have that title, he must have messed up real bad.
That kind of makes sense with that jackass on the throne was saying.
Yes.
Is there a way to talk to the other person that was shunning him?
Well, to be honest, they don't really accept us because they don't think we exist, even though I think he saw her.
We did try, and
it's less that they don't think you exist.
They didn't care.
It's more like they know that the other races exist. They're not like completely ignorant of the surface world. They're just isolated from it. They know that you exist. They know that there are humans and dwarves and all the other different giant races.
But we're so unimportant, it's like, doesn't matter.
It's like how your races would view fairies. You know they exist, but how often do you really care? Like, it's unless they're directly impacting your life in some way, who cares?
Well, either way, they don't seem to care for us. Or at least their leader?
Yeah, their king, their Colin, doesn't really care if we're here or not. And we weren't able to really communicate with him.
At least the people did.
Does no one here speak giant?
Nope.
But apparently they speak common.
They do speak common.
That's good, at least. Maybe they would feel better about conversing if done in their own language, which, I don't know, maybe we can get to the bottom of it and try to work together in getting off this island if we can at least get some communication going.
Do you want to go talk to Oberon?
I would like to
if he's
also
not
talk
busy
with him.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, didn't he say he was going to move the wagon?
Yeah, we're probably inside his house right now, or we're falling through the sky.
Oh, that would be quite the twist.
I think we're probably
he just picked up the tavern and chucked it off the side of the island.
You're splatting again when she says we're probably falling through the sky.
Oh, stick her head out, and it's just like wind. It's like, and it's spinning. Oh, this is not good. Close the door.
Naaman, are you going to go see Garland?
Yes.
Okay. Are you doing that right now, or what are you doing?
Well, I was going to invite Vaughn if she wanted to come. And the door's right here.
Is this the person
This is the man who made it, and he also has a store. Also, he might have something that can probably keep you warm in these temperatures.
Yes, actually,
that would be lovely.
That's not bad.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Because I have
there is
the ring.
An update, by the way. I got some things wrong before. The boots don't actually give you cold resistance up to 100. It's only up to 100 if you're also currently wearing warm clothes.
Well,
So
I think
I
Willow
messed that
would
up a
be.
bit. Yeah, we'll say that you have some warm clothes on you, just
Yeah.
for the sake of convenience.
Okay, so then Willow's wearing the boots. Naaman doesn't have anything.
No,
I think
I have a
Annalise,
bracelet.
I thought you gave it to one of us since you had the boots.
Because you got the
No,
boots.
because I was wearing that and the boots because I had to go outside, and I don't have any cold
Right, no.
resistance.
The boots we thought went up to 100.
Yeah.
So we gave you the boots because that would have.
And I
covered you
still
by
had the
yourself.
bracelet because we had the boots and the two rings, which
Right.
one was a ring and one was a bracelet.
I'm correcting.
Okay.
You had to have given the bracelet to somebody else, otherwise not all three of you could have been out. So somebody else has the bracelet right now.
Probably Annalise.
Probably,
Well,
even though
she has
I have
cold resistance.
Yeah, but you.
Yeah, no, but you still would have needed the bracer
Yeah.
regardless because it was so
Okay.
cold.
Yeah, your cold resistance wasn't helping at this temperature.
Okay, right,
So
right.
you
then
would
I
have the
probably
bracer. I would have the ring.
Right.
And
So
now I'm naked. Woo!
If you were, this problem would have been a lot easier to solve. At least on Garland's end.
Yeah?
Anyway, are you, Vaughn? Do you want to meet the man or not?
Yes, and
Apparently, these girls want to see me naked, and I don't get why.
No. Garland wants to
I don't care about what you have to say anymore. I'm gone, and he goes in.
I follow Naaman
Okay, so you guys go
Best
through the
of
to
luck.
door.
Garland and
It's a
purchase
very
a warm
you know what?
elaborate door full of like purples and golds and brilliant
Can I,
reds on the trim, and it just says Garland.
Can I join them?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to go with.
Okay, everybody.
No,
Everybody
let's
go
go
to
see
Garland.
Let's go into
I guess
Garland.
I'm
Alright,
going
everybody
too.
go into
I
Garland.
like Garland.
Oprah's just kind of sitting out in front of in his house, looking at the little tiny Vardo wagon, just waiting for you guys to come back. But yeah, no,
No, no,
let's do
no.
a shopping
I'm gonna-
episode.
No, I'm actually.
No. This is
I'm
temporary.
gonna stay, and I'm actually gonna go hang out with Operon.
Okay.
Oh, I just wanted. Okay, you know what?
Oh.
Then in that, I don't want this to be weirdly split. I'll stay with Annalise.
Okay.
So me, Willow, and Vaughn go to.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys walk in, and Lucy, the elven apprentice to Garland. I almost said
Garland's
Gonthon.
niece.
I'm like, wait, no, that's wrong.
No, Naaman goes in, opens the door. Welcome to blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So you walk in and you see Lucy, the apprentice to Garland, as Garland is standing there watching her as she's sort of shakily floating, kind of like like the halfway point in Iron Man 1 where he was trying to figure out how to fly the stuff before the actual suit was put together.
Wait, how high up is she?
Not very, like maybe a couple of feet. As she's just kind of shaking, and she's just she seems to be in the middle of practicing some sort of levitate spell. As Garland is
as I'm walking, I remembered that I might still have blood on me, so I quickly do prestidigitation to clean myself up.
easily enough. As you guys walk in, Garland is yes, steady, balance your magic, slowly calm the flow of energy. As she just starts to
wait.
move
What is she
seems to be
wearing?
getting it a little bit.
Again.
She's wearing a simple sort of tunic. It's a little lower cut. She does look to be slightly older than she did last time. And this, like, she's got a sort of a sash tied around her waist, and she's wearing what's the word I'm looking for? Trousers.
I'm not interrupting this time. She might get hurt.
She actually looks her dress actually looks a little bit like Annalise's, kind of, minus like the bandana and the coat. But it's just kind of like a sort of open, flowy shirt with a sash and some trousers on it.
I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you see her start to slowly gain control over the spell, and she begins to levitate, and then she drifts upwards, grabs a book off the very top shelf, and then gently floats down and lands, and then hands it to her uncle. You
Audible
all clap,
clapping from Naaman.
and they all sort of notice. They all sort of notice you for the first time, and she kind of just goes, hands the book off to her uncle, and kind of just bows and sort of walks up the stairs and behind the curtain.
Question: did she go through the freaking door again?
Joy.
I love her.
Her decisions are her own. I'll thank you kindly to stay out of our family business. Speaking of business,
Take
how
off your
can I help
pants!
Well, I would like to introduce our new friend Vaughn. Vaughn.
Lovely to
Vaughn.
meet you. As he sticks out his hand,
I put my hand in his.
and he takes it and he just lightly pecks you on the knuckle and then hands it back to you.
She's probably going to need some cold gear, and I'm probably going to need some for myself as well now. Or something that can at least handle something as cold as negative 70 degrees.
Oh. Is it cold up there? Okay. Well, I have restocked my supply of enchanted items, so we can always get you some of the items that you purchased last time, but those don't really work up to those temperatures so much. Tell you what, hang here for a few seconds, and I'll be right back. As he waves his hand, and a bunch of materials and stuff start to float down, and and a door, like, just materializes right in front of a bookshelf as he walks into it, and it closes, and a 5 appears on the little ticker, and it just counts down 4, 3,
Wait for
2, 1, and then it opens up and he comes back out. All right. Whew. That took some time. Anyway, I've got these, and as he waves his hand, and a few more items flow out. And there's a new bracelet. This one's a little bit more intricate, and it's a little bit more designed, so to speak. It's meant to look a bit fancier, and it's got this tiny blue sapphire right at the top of it. It's like one of those like clip bracelets. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one of those. There's a pair of gloves. They are sort of white in nature. They've got this, or no, sorry, they're brown. They're brown leather on the outside, and they've got this sort of like white fur on the inside. And then, well, actually, no, I'm gonna say he's got 3 of each of those, and that's what he lines out on the table in front of you. These bracelets give you a resistance to cold damage, as well as being able to allow you to survive temperatures as low as 100, minus 100. Just on their own, nothing else need be required. Those required some very rare materials, I will say. These gloves, on the other hand, they can go about as low as minus 70. They're a little bit on the cheaper end, at around 650 a pair. The bracelets, on the other hand, those are definitely going to run you quite a bit more.
It still
does look like
in
that.
the
The bathroom.
it's live. It's still free. It's updated, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that on as well. I'm just gonna temporarily turn this off because I need to go refill my water bottle.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, it stopped when you said quite a bit more. The gloves and the
All right, I think
it's trying to
going.
catch up.
You guys missed everything. Oh nope, now it's buffering again.
Yep.
Yeah, it's now to the part where I'm saying I need to go refill my water bottle.
Right, but that was about 30 seconds ago, so that makes sense. I just want to know if anybody else saw what happened.
They didn't see my distraction. Got it.
No, I'm seeing your distraction right now.
God damn.
Come on, you can do it, buddy.
All right.
Come on, stream.
All right.
So just in
I think
case, we're going to recap what happened here. So the
now it's up to the point where they left.
Yeah. So the bracelets were made with ice fleck. They're very much more expensive. The gloves were tried on, and they are magically enchanted to fit whoever wears them, as well as give them the ability to survive in minus 70 degrees temperatures. There are 3 pairs of each of these, if you guys want them.
Yes, I will take a pair of gloves.
All right, so mark 650 off of your gold and take.
Same as me.
And I
think we're caught up now. I think we're good.
I will make
What I
the
can see.
magical items in question later on tonight, and I will add them to your inventories if you guys want them.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do the gloves work in tandem with the boots?
No, it's one or the other.
Okay.
It's whichever one's going to be higher for the occasion. So if you take the gloves, it'll be the gloves now. But if you put on like a heavy winter coat, it'll be the boots. It'll switch between the two.
Okay.
The boots, the extra enchantment on the boots will still apply though. So the being able to ignore difficult terrain due to ice or snow, that still applies even if you're wearing gloves.
Okay, I'll take the gloves.
Okay, so mark another 650 off of yours. We're gonna have to look into your
I already added it.
your gold.
Don't worry about it.
So what do we put into our equipment?
I will do it later because I haven't actually made the item yet.
Gotcha. All right. Garland, you don't happen to have a ring that allows me to jump really high, do you?
Sure.
Are you
Ring
planning
of
on
jumping?
using jumping abilities to try to jump down?
No. You probably don't know this, but I'm quite known for
I
my
just
jump
met
height.
you. What?
I'm just known for my jump height. I'm not gonna try to jump that type of gap.
He does make an excellent bunny.
Volgar just looks at Naaman.
Which, given everything you've heard about Garland so far, might be a double entendre. You don't know.
I'm actually starting to think that Naaman and Garland are actual boyfriends.
Oh my god, everyone's been suggesting
know.
this.
You don't know. You
Yeah, and
genuinely
I don't know if it would be rude of me to
You
ask,
just
so I'm
met
just
them.
keeping it to
So
myself.
Naaman is oblivious to this innuendo that's
He
been
comes from a
happening.
family of 2 fathers, so it wouldn't be that shocking.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. I'm just like curious because of like the way that the banter's going, and it's like,
Okay. That would also explain why he gets along with so many women.
Wow! Ooh! Gut punch on
Puts
that
the
one.
harem in a
Wow.
whole different light, doesn't it?
That's a gut punch.
Little did you guys know that this was never Naaman's harem. It was Garland's harem the whole time.
and now he's got a cat dragon mixed person. Going exotic here, fellas.
Fantastic.
We
and
needed-
I love this so much.
Oh my
We needed a cat girl in the
Thank you
harem.
for joining us.
Right? Yeah,
So much.
because this campaign wasn't anime enough as is. We needed a cat girl. We needed an Echo
cat
girl. Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
I
man.
could
Dragon
have
part,
my neck on
so-
my ears.
Satisfies 2
do it.
in 1.
Do it.
Kind of.
I don't wait.
Man,
Let me see if I could just quickly find my Nekomibi ears real quick.
oh my god.
Yes.
We're waiting on that.
Yes.
'Cause Necromunda
How much
are
for the ring?
Well, Ring of Jumping is I believe, an uncommon magic.
Yeah. I believe it's
Yay!
there we
Yay!
go.
Perfect.
Are those like the the proper ones too?
Perfect.
Oh
Yes.
god.
Proper.
Proper Nekomimis. I always wanted a pair of those.
I probably need to change out the battery, but yeah.
Cute. All right, back to plot.
Back to plot.
Back to plot.
What the fuck is
Yeah, but
plot?
this is like from first gen Nekomimi.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
But yeah, no, I have them.
I remember when those were announced at Anime Expo. They were
I
like,
remember
"Whoa,
first seeing them
so
at
cool!"
FanimeCon.
Oh, by the way, I think or is it Ring of Jumping or Ring of Leaping? It's one of the two.
It's something like that. Ring of Leaping, I think.
Yeah.
Ring of Jumping.
Oh, it is Ring of Jumping? Okay.
Yeah. It is uncommon. So that puts
Yeah.
it in the... Okay. So, well, that'll be another, probably 500 gold, I'd say.
I'd say it's worth it.
Special
I'm
discount.
kind of
on
used
that.
to being able to
Lucky
jump that high.
customers.
Little did everybody else know I tried to jump on the wagon. That was quite a stunt.
Everybody
You mean the
saw you
wagon
jump
that you
in that
currently
wagon.
have?
No. I mean, he tried to jump onto the wagon, on top of it, and
Oh. That's great.
Wait, you tried to jump on the wagon that you currently own, or
I'll show you real quick. How
By the
how tall
way,
is the
how
room?
is the traveling tavern treating you?
apparently he has something to explain to you.
Do you now?
We got stuck at one point, and I may have done a little bit of damage to the front.
A little bit.
Tell him
At
how
which
much.
point-
You weren't even
just-
there, so you can't even comment.
Walks through it, and he's not even in the shop anymore.
Wait, does he go through our door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I see him, and I just point and I go, that way in the front.
As
Beware,
he
there is
just
a storm
walks
giant, but he
outside.
is friendly.
As he just walks out, sees the storm giant. Hello.
He's friendly. He's friendly.
Hi. I'm just here to inspect some damages.
That was
And he
pretty much
just-
my face earlier.
He just points towards the front of the cart, which is weird for him because his whole hand is like bigger than the cart, so he just kind of puts his finger over the front of the cart. Big fellow. As he just sort of just hear him.
I mean, it's just this like, shit.
Vonthorn
Like I
looks
said-
at you.
Paint.
Wait,
Damage will be
did my
needed,
character
Aaron.
actually see the damage, or did she only see like part of it?
You weren't
You
really
would have
looking
seen the
for it.
damage because
just
you
kinda-
fell outside of the.
You did, but like you weren't exactly looking at that, and there was a lot of people jumping around you. So make a perception check.
We're earthquakes and all that.
Yeah. There was a lot of things going on when you showed up.
A lot of confusion.
Yes. A lot of yelling.
21.
Sure, yeah, you would have noticed that there was some damage up in the front, but you didn't really think much of it. You were really cold. You wanted to get inside.
Yeah.
Naaman, was it? How much damage did you actually do?
I may have summoned a wagon in front of the wagon.
Why would
Long
you need
story.
2 wagons?
No.
They
By the way,
It was
you guys
in use of. I'll explain later. You'll
While you
get
guys are
understand
having
when we
this
get somewhere open.
So Annalise and Esmeralda, while they go off to Garland's, you guys saunter out into the cabin, which is considerably warmer without a blizzard fucking raging, but it's still a really big drafty cabin.
Cabin.
And Operon's just kind of like, he made tea, but it's in a giant kettle, and it's like, it's not really tea leaves so much as it is just a pine tree stuck in a kettle.
Precious. I love him.
And you guys are just having
yeah.
you guys have gotten like some cups and like dipped it in the kettle, and you start drinking it. It's actually really good. Who knew? And you guys have been talking, and then all of a sudden Garland just kind of saunters by you while you guys have this conversation, and he goes and he looks out in front of the.
Attention.
He goes out and looks in front of the cart, and you just hear him yell, "What the actual fuck?"
I know, right? And she
Annalise, you're muted.
I blame Puck. I blame Puck.
Who is Puck?
It wasn't me.
I think you know very well who it was, Garland.
Yes. We are throwing Naaman under the bus or the cart, to be more accurate.
Throwing Naaman under the Goodberry.
Yep.
Throwing Naaman under the
At
cart.
this point, the rest of you have made your way out of the tavern. Okay. Is Colleen still inside, or?
She's in the way, the Fey Wilds and whatnot.
Good enough.
Yeah.
As he waves his hand, or rather, sorry, he doesn't wave his hand this time. He pulls out his key, pulls it off, and just sort of tears it through the space.
Whoa.
And a very similar door to the one that you guys saw open up in front of the bookshelf opens up, and the Goodberry just sort of slowly drives itself into the door. And it shuts, with Garland in on the other side. And a few seconds go by.
Not worried about it.
And then another door opens up, saunters out, and the Goodberry rides back out.
How does it look?
It looks good as new. Okay.
I run over to it and like put my arms around the front and just kiss it. I'm like, I'm so glad you're better.
Considering the mission that you're on, this time it's on the house. And he seems visibly hurt by these words at the moment. But next time you destroy my creation, it will be much more expensive.
I understand, Garland, and appreciate your generosity from the bottom of my heart. The Goodberry Go is very important to us. Thank you. I wink at him.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm just trying to add a little spice. Okay.
Yes.
Just sparkles.
Yes.
The end of a sentence.
Von Thorn uses prestidigitation to make you glow a little bit.
Did I give her guidance?
That is great.
No.
Let's see, persuasion.
Did I give her guidance or no? She already rolled.
No, she already rolled.
10.
Right. Just
No, if there was a way for me to like gently use color spray just to encompass her in like a little rainbow of color, just to make it that much more pretty.
Yes.
no, but
Dang it!
Well,
So-
you are
We will
definitely
have to
fitting
use
for this
that in the
party.
future.
Yeah, for
So-
sure.
he just looks at you like, how did you do that?
Yes, Naaman, how did
Honestly,
you do that?
I'm not really sure. Naaman came up with this weird harebrained scheme, and
The wagon
I
was
wouldn't-
stuck. I used a bit of everything. It just instantly grew instead of slowly growing. We were in a rush because we were being attacked by yetis and wolves or hyenas. We're not sure.
Transformed before? Has the pin ever slowly transformed before?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
When?
No, it's always been instant.
No, it was always that pole was instant.
Yeah, it was instant between the floor and the ceiling. It just happened to grab the fucking dragon in the meantime. It was instant.
This would have been a great time to have careful spell instead of subtle spell for.
Well,
we'll just say you used prestidigitation to like have a little rainbow behind her. It didn't add to the wall or anything, but she looks very pretty.
Just a glamour girl giving her a little glamour with prestidigitation.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys require?
I do have one more item if you have it. I'll talk to you in the shop.
Sure.
If it's not ready, that's totally fine. But was my hat of disguise ready?
Not quite yet.
Okay, thank you.
They're supposed to work with your actual mood. So like if you're surprised, they go whoosh, and if you're like sad, they go whoa. Yeah, like they're so cool.
Exactly.
Those are so cute.
I want one.
So cute.
They're really expensive. They're like $300-$400 each. Or
I
something.
got the Brookstone, the speaker cat ears.
Yeah, she's got them.
Yeah.
I have a weird story about those, how they managed to get me one of my biggest jobs.
Elise, do you recall how much you paid for that disguise item?
Oh,
great.
Do you, Ryan? Because I don't. I thought I already paid for it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to go back and rewatch that stream. Anyway, so you guys make your way back into the shop.
Is it just me and Garland, or is anyone else joining? Because we all came out.
Anybody else want to join him back in the shop?
Nope. Naaman, before you go, just ask him if he's heard news from my father or brother.
Why don't you just ask him right here?
He's already in the shop.
Yet.
Oh, I thought he was already in. Okay. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that.
Maybe try a sincere apology too.
Yes.
That was actually kind of the plan.
Oh, good.
Anyway, what can I help you with?
I am really, really, really sorry about that.
Is he on his knees? Please tell me he's
on his knees. He's on his knees.
Yes.
Like, I'm really sorry.
Make a persuasion check.
Sparkles! Sparkles!
You're not there.
You didn't say
am I
you're
still
going,
in the shop?
so-
I thought I would have followed Naaman.
You followed him outside, but you didn't follow him back into the shop. They're back in the shop now.
17.
Oh. Can I still try the sparkles through the door?
Okay, so just to let you know where you are, there's one door, and then there's another door. We are past the second door.
You're in like you're like
so
3 dimensions over, literally.
Yeah, we're 3 dimensions over.
Oh, okay. So Naaman and Garland went off to a separate room then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you are outside the wagon. We went into the wagon and then into a shop.
Okay.
Okay, I guess they're catching up then.
Yes, they are.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
so
they're
weird that that she's gonna be thinking Naaman's gay the entire time.
Yep.
Probably.
Or at least bisexual. Maybe
unless the
pansexual.
conversation is brought up.
I mean, it's fine.
It's gonna be like the final episode, like of the entire campaign. Vonthar's just gonna turn to Naaman, and she's just gonna be like, "So are you and Garland gonna get married sometime?" Or... And then that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the fate of Black Woman of this campaign.
Credits.
Better yet,
Unless
like, she just
Naaman
burns
does
the
something
Naaman.
to confuse Vontharn even more and make her question his sexuality to the point where it's like, okay,
He starts flirting with a woman. It's like, wait, what? He's blind?
And he's cheating? Oh my god!
Wait, were they not
whatever
is it an open
Are they not
relationship?
exclusive?
Anyway, back to
I
plot.
wonder if these are all his
Damon's on his
partners
knees
then.
begging for forgiveness.
Wait, am
Wait,
I
what did you just say?
Like, if down the. Oh god. Later.
Yes, yes. Damon's on his knees begging for forgiveness from Garland.
Literally.
We have
Yeah.
to apologize.
Literally, 17 for persuasion, if you didn't know.
Okay. It's fine. I've put a lot of work into the Traveling Tavern. It is my greatest accomplishment to date. So,
It sure is, because she's a beaut, and I felt really bad.
anyway, is that friend of yours a permanent addition to your
We're not
party?
sure. She just kind of appeared out of nowhere, and now she... Well, I'm not even sure she knows what she's doing yet, because she went from one side of the country to the other, and now she is helping us because she has no idea what to do herself, because we're also all stuck on this floating island. Long
No,
story.
if she needs to get somewhere, she can always travel through the tavern if she wants.
True. I never thought of
But
that.
in Greycap, she's probably going to be stuck there for a while.
I
So
just
she's
thought of
staying with
something.
you.
Can you make the Goodberry go temporarily have Featherfall?
It would take a lot of time.
I see. And we're short on that.
And I'm not even sure I could possibly work that. It took quite a bit of time just to fix it, and that's simple. Compared to adding another enchantment. I do intend to add things to the Goodberry in the future, but a temporary Featherfall enchantment would be complicated.
Well then, I just have one weird request that I haven't really mentioned. Do you have something that can make me faster?
Go fast.
Like, some type of fast boots or something.
A book slowly floats over and opens itself into his hand and starts rummaging through pages as I do the same.
Boots of speed. That's what they're called.
I thought they were called boosts of haste.
That one would be a different, that would give him like an extra action.
Oh, okay.
Well, boots of speed just gives him double movement speed for like one turn. Or maybe not.
God damn it, Glenn. You and your speed.
Yeah, it's just as a bonus action. Oh wait, that's not the right.
Need
I'm reading
additional
it.
speed because you're too much of a slow grower. That's for all the puns.
I just remembered I have the pun book.
Oh, no.
I mean, someone's gotta roll with the punches.
You're gonna fit right in.
You are definitely gonna fit right into this group.
Oh, yes.
You all hurt me every day.
Oh, just wait till my first vicious mockery. I have things prepared.
Oh god.
It is a rare item.
Yeah,
As a bonus
I've
action,
got
I
it in
can.
front of me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any on hand. Such an item is very situational in its uses, and therefore doesn't sell quite as frequently.
Understandable.
However, I could get something started for you, but I've already got several projects, several commissions in waiting, and
a not inconsiderable number of those are from your party as well.
Yeah.
As such,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get to those in time. I am only one person, and I can only use my unique dimension sparingly, otherwise I'm going to get all pruny. So, I can make them, but it's going to take some time.
Here's another thought. And just not to distinguish that you're not good at them, but to save you time, do you know someone who might have them?
Oh, well. No one you would have access to anytime soon.
Oh.
Well, we'll keep you updated, and if you can think of something,
But back to the question of your new friend, as he closes the book. If she's staying with you...
Would you need another key for her own room?
It might be useful, because she can't enter the tavern without one, unless one of you guys...
Good point. How much for the key?
Well, an additional key... Now, let's see, and he starts doing some calculations in his head. You get the sense that he's probably never had to think about this particular part of the transaction before.
Mm.
Well, I'd say probably 300 golds for a new key.
Shit.
The key will allow her to create her own room on the upper floor without taking away from the 10 rooms that you've already purchased as part of the Goodberry. It will add a room to the enchantment.
I'm sad I'm not here for this conversation.
Yep. Naaman pays for it.
All right, and he walks back into the tavern. Are any of you in the actual tavern at this point? Or are you all outside talking to Operon?
Outside.
I think I'm still in the tavern. I don't think I ever really left.
Right, you would be very
just kind of
cold right
browsing.
now. So, you guys walk into the tavern. Holy crap, that smells good. And Garland walks up to you. Ah, perfect. As he puts his hand on the table of the Goodberry. This is something I have to do in here, as it is part of this dimension. Well, no, sorry. He doesn't put his hand on the table. He takes his key off of his neck, and he puts it on the table. And he covers it with his hand, and he moves it sideways. And then he opens his hand, and as he moves it sideways, you see another small iron key be uncovered, and he opens his hand, and his key is now on the table. As he picks it up, puts it back around his neck, and then, and he picks up the key and hands it to Monthorn. Your new compatriots have been generous enough to provide you with your own room in the traveling tavern. And he hands it to you.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's really nice.
Naaman walks up to her, puts his hand on her shoulder, whispers, "You owe me 150 gold."
Yeah, I'll get that to you in a moment. I was actually about to ask how much you paid for that.
150 gold, obviously.
I'll hand that over to you when we get back into the... When we get back in.
You are
He's
in
frugal. But... Remember, he's frugal.
Okay.
But at least he's kind enough to split it in half.
Technically, half would be 125, not 150.
You said it was 300, right?
350.
Oh, 350. Oh, then yeah, it'd be 175.
Yeah.
175.
Yeah. So, right then. I assume you can instruct her on how to use the key. I'm going to go
This will
now.
be the exciting part. Follow me. And Naaman shows her,
Is
I
there
guess,
a
up
special
to
way
the
to use
terrace.
this?
Well,
You'll find out in just a moment.
Maybe-
Come on.
I'm going to go now.
Maybe
and
we should.
cry into a pillow
Oh.
as he saunters back through the door, and it closes.
Thank you again, Mr. Garland.
Huh?
Maybe
Let's bring him a present next time.
So
Are we gonna do room creation now? Because room creation took a while last time.
That's because we had 5 of us.
yeah,
That's fair.
so for the time being, I'll say let's move on to what's happening with Oprom, and you guys can either join or what you guys want to do right now.
I want to watch the room.
Well, that means that they were already still outside, and this all took
We're
place
just
outside
sipping on tea.
No,
the
the
tavern.
two of you are in the tavern. You guys can leave the tavern and join the conversation that's happening outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
After
while all of
after
this is
we
happening-
attune to our items because it is cold.
We're gonna tune to. Okay.
We're in Operon's cabin now.
It's still
Warm
gonna
in
be
there,
cold
you
in
don't
there. It's
need
gonna be
to.
drafty.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it's
my god.
it's less cold, but it's still pretty fucking cold. It's still like -50 in the fucking cabin.
At least I have the gloves
I
on
paid
now.
attention
I
to
am-
that message. I don't have cold resistance. I have to make sure that
Because
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready to
It's
go.
a giant cabin. It's not like you really have anything protecting you from the cold.
But you know what? I kind of wish my gloves were not brown. They were black. They matched the outfit.
Depending on how high up we are in this giant's cabin, heat rises, so we could be a little bit on the warm side.
Yeah.
Unless we're on the ground, then we're just going to be freezing.
Well, even
Yeah,
then,
because
it's
we're
just
not
like you gotta.
kind of in the upper
anymore.
atmosphere, so that doesn't really apply anymore.
Well, no, it still would apply, but the downside is that like even when you're in the upper atmosphere, like we're in a giant cabin, and airflow is gonna be a lot different for us
Yeah,
because it's gonna allow a lot in.
basically. Anyway, moving on.
Alright.
So while everything is happening inside with Garland, you guys are outside talking to Oprom. How does that conversation go?
How long have you lived here?
About 5 years. Do you guys come out and join at any point, by the way?
Yeah, after we attune, I'm gonna head outside.
Yeah, after we get my room
You can
situated.
attune at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll just like hand wave it for the time being, because none of that shit's not fun. So you guys come out and sort of join at a certain point. I've been in this cabin for 5 years. As he sort of puts his hand on the direwolf's head and sort of pets it, and it sort of looks up and puts its snout on his knee because he's sitting in his chair at the moment. It is lonely, but I have company.
Yes,
This is
the
my-
adorable giant puppo.
Indeed.
And so
Does it have a name?
Fenris.
But of
because I'm a
course.
generic basic bitch.
But of course.
Lovely name. And so you are never welcomed back to your, I'm assuming, home city?
No. I am not supposed to, at least.
So what did the big man say that you were a coward? Because I'm guessing that's part of your name now.
I'm kind of
Hey.
studying how Operon is interacting with his wolf. Can I infer as to if maybe his situation has something to do with his wolf? With like an inside check?
Okay. First roll a history check and then roll your insight check.
Alright, first up is history.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
That is cocked. Yeah. Okay, so history is a 16.
Right. Not a high DC on this one. Given your background and your family, you do know that giants and giant kin are they very much love their animals, particularly dire wolves. They tend to raise them as pets. They tend to be kind of doting pet parents. And as such, the dire wolves themselves are held almost as in as much esteem as a what's the word I'm looking for? As the cats are in Egypt, like in the real world. Not quite as like your cat has
Godlike.
its own land and is a baron of whatever country, but like it's very, they're held in high esteem. They're not holy animals, but they're very well respected animals.
Basically, more of man's best friend in a literal sense.
Kind of, yeah.
Taken more seriously than humans do.
Yeah, kind of. And as for roll your insight check.
That's a 5.
He just seems to be petting his dog. He does have some regret on his face, some sort of mournful expression, but you can't tell if has anything to do with the dog or just whatever earned him the title of
Does he react to Naaman's question?
What was the question again?
He said, "Why did that Khan ask him why he was or said he was a coward?" And now that Naaman knows about Mon, it's like, why is it part of your name?
O-M.
Yeah, no. Khan was was the one who called him a coward.
The leader. Yeah.
Yeah, the leader. And then now he knows that means a coward or whatnot. Why is he considered that in his name? Essentially asking him what happened.
Yeah.
He sort of just
very rudely
keeps staring at Fenthras and scratches him behind the ears. My family had a tradition going back many hundreds of years. No, sorry, not that long. Going back several generations. To prepare our future leaders for the difficult choices of leadership. I failed. That is why I am on.
If you were to succeed, you would have been taking the place of Khan, correct?
That was what our parents intended. Yes, but
wait, does that mean that he's the son of Khan?
No, he's the brother of Khan.
Oh,
Khan was my brother.
Oh,
my younger brother.
Do you
understand.
Get an opportunity to try to make amends or retest yourself?
Even if I could not.
Do you want to be a leader?
I thought I did. Long time ago. Not anymore. Not
if you don't mind me asking, what made you change your mind?
When I learned what the test was and what I was being asked to do, I realized I do not have that strength. I am the first in my own family to ever fail, to ever refuse. And so I am on. coward and outcast.
I wonder what was so wrong.
I'm gonna say, who has the highest passive insight?
Might be me still. I have 17,
Yeah,
I
I'm
believe.
guessing it's gonna be her. For mine, it's 13.
Yes.
So
Wait, no, 14.
I have a 13 as well.
Investigation is 17. So mine's 14.
Okay.
I think mine's 15.
yeah, mine's 13.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. Passive
Insight.
Side.
It should be on the bottom.
Oh, no, 13.
Oh, I
13.
guess it would still be me, 14?
Unless Willow or Vaughn have more.
Willow's 13, and I can't.
Yeah.
Vaughn has not responded, so I'm just gonna check for myself.
Actually, she looks like she's frozen.
Yeah, I know.
And she
That's why
left.
I'm checking for myself.
Oh, no,
also
I
a
see her.
13.
There she is. Okay.
So
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I
Esmeralda
froze
at
for a bit.
14.
Sorry.
Esmeralda at 14.
Yes. I have the highest passive insight.
You noticed that a couple of words spring to mind as he says all of this.
Hmm.
A couple of things stick out in your memory. Something Azar Khan said, that he cannot stop Operam from coming and going in the palace. From that, Operam said that he should not enter town, but you very clearly saw him do so. The way the guards treated him was not with the sort of disgust you would expect of the outcast that he says he is.
Hmm.
Whatever it is, even though Azar Khan doesn't seem to reciprocate it, it does seem that at least the guards and the people that you saw him interacting with in town, who all treated him pleasantly, they seem to have more respect for him than Azar Khan does.
No, people.
You know, Oberon, sometimes it takes a lot of strength to not do something when everyone else is telling you to do it. So you might not think that you are strong, but others might. And as someone once said to me, blood is not necessarily family. So you can always strike out and make your own path.
These words
Even if it hurts.
Have been conveyed to me before. Many people in the village, they may wish for me to move. But that is not what I want. I want to help my people. They struggle. It is very difficult to live up here. But it is home, and it is where we are usually comfortable.
Your people seem to treat you with great respect. I can see the importance of community within you and within them. Whatever this trial may be, and whatever tradition this was that you supposedly had failed at, I'm willing to stand by you regardless. Because I think they need you as much as you would like to help them.
More
As much
importantly,
as you believe that you're powerless to do anything to create change.
Well, here's my question, and I hate to interrupt you, Esmeralda. No, I don't. What was so bad that you could not do? Did you have to kill a friend? Did you have to freaking, sacrifice someone or something? Like, what could have been so bad? I'm curious.
You don't have to say if you're not comfortable.
And he looks over at Fenris and he stretches his ears again. Every member of the royal family is given a pot.
Oh no! No, they didn't.
The interest was mine.
Kingsman, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And when I was told to put him down, I refused. And I lashed out.
Good!
I fought. And I ran.
My man!
And from then on, I am home.
Not to me.
More
you're
like
not.
bought us!
You
Fucking shove
showed
it up to
loyalty
them!
to those.
Like Annalise
You
said,
showed loyalty to
sometimes
those
it-
that loved you.
Yeah. No, like
This-
Annalise said earlier, sometimes it's a lot harder to not do something than to just do the traditional thing. Sometimes
This-
it takes a lot more strength to break that tradition.
Not
This
to
is
mention,
why
Especially if
you
it's
grew a
something you
bond,
love.
you're loyal, at the same time, shove it up them!
this is how the people see it.
I don't think it is. I think it's how you see it.
No, he
I
was
agree.
talking about the way you're talking. He's saying
Oh.
that the
Oh,
people
okay.
would agree with you.
He's agreeing.
Okay, okay.
You showed a bit of loyalty.
They
You
call-
showed that you stood by those that you took, that take care of you and you take care of. That's a better sign of a leader than freaking putting him down. So they could go shove it.
the people, they call me in secret. They refer to me as Sekon. And you recognize this to mean the Secret King.
Dude.
I am the one responsible for the shapes of many of the buildings you saw in town. They were originally
builder.
my design. As
You
much
have
as
to
I
build all
can
of
be.
A man after my own heart, a craftsman
didn't-
and a loyal man.
I didn't build them, I designed them.
You're an
I-
architect.
I simply thought that having less weight at the top would be easier for the building to not collapse. It is not enough though. The homesteads are still drafty, and though we are hardy to the cold, we are not impervious to it. The elements themselves.
Have you thought of maybe putting something within the walls for like insulation?
Well,
The
yeah, so I
problem
was
is
to say,
not-
do you have...
The problem is not the building materials. The problem is the size. Buildings at this size are simply not meant to stand. The secrets to how the castle stands were lost generations ago. A fire tore through the library at the castle.
How long ago was that?
Several generations, along since we first started taking up the tradition of raising wolves.
Interesting.
Now,
Yeah. What a quinky dink.
what knowledge has been saved is reserved for the context alone.
Then why isn't he helping his own people?
Because that's the only power he has against them.
Is that true?
We don't know. It could be just that the knowledge was lost and is no longer in our possession. I don't know. I have not seen the knowledge myself. I have never been con.
So what
Which
it
could be a
sounds
great
like
power.
is that your brother, the official Khan, is hoarding the knowledge. Am I right?
He's meant to protect knowledge from further incidents.
Knowledge protected is knowledge lost. The only way for knowledge to survive is for it to be used.
It's bread.
And passed down.
I feel the same way. But I am not Con.
Yeah, you seem to understand the job better than he does.
Like,
He's
wait,
only
wait,
con if
guys,
there's
huddle.
What?
Vaughn, you
I
too.
know what you're-
Why not? Come here.
And I know what you're thinking.
Yes, I know we don't have much time because, you know, we have to help your kingdom and all, but should we try to help this guy, you know, get the job? Whatnot?
If anything, he is the Khan of the people of this city and of the other storm giants. I would be more inclined to want to help him not only because he's a wonderful storm giant, but because he will be the one to give us the proper aid we need to not only leave, but he may also be willing to help us in the fight if he so chooses and if his people chooses to rally with us.
What could we
Even
even
then-
do?
That too, but I was talking about it because his brother's a jackass and we can fucking help him.
That too, I agree. No, he is a jackass.
I gotta say jackass. Vaughn, that's rare.
Either way, you know I do it on purpose, right?
I know, but at the same time, it just being like when we have a whole new character that has no idea how we are, it's just like it adds a little bit of like, what? Huh?
Anyway,
There's just that excitement of introducing things all over again.
So, in any case, I am willing to pursue this. Just have to do it with haste. And technically, he can get us within city. At the very least, we won't have to travel God knows how many more hours.
Well, I guess we are in agreement, yeah? And you opposed?
No. I'm opposed. What are we doing? Getting us in the castle is one thing.
Well, that's
Like,
I'm
that's-
saying is that are we going to try to help him? Like we haven't made the plan. It's just more on the lines. Do we want to help?
Like-
Because I do. I like this guy. This guy has got the fucking guts.
Is there anything we could even do to help him? Look at us. We're basically bugs here.
I have an idea.
Oh no.
That's always dangerous.
Is it? I mean, I
I'm
kind
trying
of
to
get
think
the
of his
sense
name.
maybe, but
Yeah, you did see the cart in the front, right?
Yeah, that was your last great idea.
yeah.
Oh, that was.
Hey, what do the people call him? The Secret King? Like, what is that nickname?
Con.
Seikon.
Seikon?
S-E-Con. So that
Seikon!
title
Hey!
would be O''P-E-R dash S-E-dash-K-A-N.
Write it in the chat.
Yeah, for all of you
Say
lore
so much.
keepers out there.
Or Seikon!
I'm mostly giving it to you guys so that you guys can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Oh, per
Oh,
se,
yeah.
con.
Seikon! Hey, how is that information passed down between the cons?
I do not know. I would not Con.
Do you guys have some type of text or book that's passed down?
Do you
The
have a
Giant King
written
has
language?
Yes, you know the written language.
Yeah, I can. Give me a giant book any day.
Do you guys see where I'm going with this?
I do.
No.
Are you
What if we
suggesting that
sneak
he writes
in
down
and
all
get
of the
this
information? He
information?
knows?
Like-
What if a con is only a con with the people? And if they follow you, Oberon, you're the true con. with their homes falling apart. Why would they stay?
Because
But the thing is that we still need the information from the old Khan. That is the biggest issue.
I mean,
Home is where you make it. I say as I slap my hand on the side of Goodberry.
Yeah, but
So-
at the same time, he knows the secrets to keep his people in comfortable living situations.
Our people do
we're
not
all
wish to
small.
leave.
Who's
Yeah.
just in the current
course.
con, the current official con, doesn't seem to want to acknowledge any of people of our size. Who's to say we can't just, I don't know, sneak in and maybe see about getting some information? I just
Especially
sounded
if
like
they
my mother just now.
Especially if they hear that an Endilian has come to bring their secret king back to the throne.
Ooh.
With secret knowledge.
Are you talking about challenging the throne?
I mean, there's that as well. Especially since
I'm always in
He
favor of
has-
overthrowing bad kings.
What's that?
I'm always in favor of overthrowing bad kings.
Bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
She kind
Bad
of-
ones specifically. Good ones are great to stay.
Other people, to answer the question, they do not wish to leave. This is our home. This is where. There are many reasons. This is not the only political struggle of our people. We also have a tenuous relationship with the sky giants, the cloud giants. They live on one of the other floating islands, and occasionally they pass by. We do trade.
Wait, does that mean that you guys have some type of control over these islands, or does it just so happens that you guys meet up?
Their island rotates in a pattern.
Ah.
Ours stays still, so occasionally the two coincide for a short time.
That's actually kind of cool. Not gonna lie. That's
Yeah,
me
I'm
that's me as a person, not as the character. I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
Me as Marie is so upset that she doesn't know this.
I mean, you
So
you,
mad.
you know the basics of, like, you do know that the one island travels around the kingdom in a slow sort of progression, making about one circuit every year.
Now she knows it's actually a trade deal going on anytime they meet.
Yeah, but now, and there's a storm that holds over each island. The one island is stationary, and the other one is just a giant windstorm.
Cyclone, yes.
There's like tornadoes and cyclones and all kinds of stuff that hover over it.
Would Von Tharn have known at least a little bit of this information based on her background that we talked about?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Now make a history check.
All of the history checks tonight.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot.
This is your background, which is technically history.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So I got a 13.
No, you don't know anything about this.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
so
we
I would not have been taught this at any point, really.
Fortunately, we cannot stay to resolve all of your political conflicts.
I do not.
I'm sure you're
wish
familiar
you
with
to.
Grey Cap
But
and Grey Cap Castle as well, correct?
there have been whispers of the kingdom, the lands below us. The last we interacted with your people, we did not hear of any Grey Cap fiefdom or area.
Oof.
That is a long time.
That would be
Alright.
over 100 years ago.
I was about to
Around the
say.
same time as he's saying that this Endilian came to his people.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming you also don't know a way to get down there, do you?
There used to be a way, so the stories go. We used to do trade with villages down below.
And let me
Hey.
guess, only the Khan knows those about that, doesn't he?
maybe within the lost information that is currently held at the palace. It could be just lost.
So, I have this idea. Why don't some of us, maybe all of us, depending on who wants to join in, we sneak in to this library
I'm in.
and copy this information down.
I'm in.
Doesn't even finish the fucking suggestion. Just I'm in.
Yeah. He's just like,
I'm in.
Let's do it.
Davis is just like we're already on the same page. I'm in.
Woman, let her finish.
But I'm in.
We
hear you.
We're too small to actually carry the books out, but because I am able to translate giant,
I'm in.
we can write everything down that we need, and just get the information back to Oberon, so that way he can use it for the people. And then in turn, the people might be more willing to help take his rightful place. Maybe, I don't know.
I am no longer calling him anything other than Seikon because man's got to have
Seikon. Okay. Yeah, so the people can help Seikon take over as the actual Khan.
He has the knowledge
and we
of the
could
cons.
we could theoretically have Seikon take us in and then just slip away from him so he can get us in past the gates and hopefully closer to where the knowledge might be.
We can hide in like a pouch on his belt.
Or we could just
Theoretically,
sneak in because maybe they have, because of its size, we could probably just.
Yeah, but it would probably take us a
have
while to
dire
trek
mice
through
or
it.
Dire rats.
Yeah.
Giant-sized rodents that.
Or because it might draw suspicion to Seikon, maybe he could. If he could bring us to one of the guards and the guards just gets us in. Because I'm pretty sure they might be willing to help with this.
Like, Seikon is just
Seikon
going about his
listening to
business
us
in the
right
town.
now?
Yes,
Yes. He is absolutely listening, and he's just kind of like, hold on. If the knowledge that the Khan possesses is safeguarded against more disasters like the fire, if such knowledge existed as to the methods of architecture, the Khan would share. He would have to. You see him. He's kind of like conflicted on this one. Like, well, make an insight check, Annalise.
Okay.
Remember, you have fate points. Yeah. Just in case.
To every session.
12.
12?
Yeah.
You see that, like, he's struggling, like, even though he's saying it, you see there's sort of this sort of realization that there is nothing forcing the Khan to disseminate that sort of knowledge.
Exactly.
But he still genuinely believes that the Khan would, that his brother would. Whether or not that is misfounded, you have no idea. You've met the guy for like 10 seconds. And it might have been a bad day,
And
so
I
like,
instantly didn't like him.
No, boo him.
Yeah.
So far, boo him.
Snap decisions always work.
It works for us thus far, apparently.
I
Totally.
hate to be that one person. None of us have heard the other brother's side.
Yeah. Exactly.
He
but you
wasn't
do know
willing
he killed
to
a
hear
puppy.
us.
Yes.
Yeah, he killed a
He
puppy.
killed
so
a
he's
puppy
bad.
That is
that
true.
he raised himself, and he went chop.
Probably cried, maybe.
No, probably didn't cry. I don't believe him.
They did it anyway.
We're hoping.
Also,
Yeah,
wasn't
anyway.
The
willing
puppy
to,
cried, but not him.
wasn't willing to hear us out when he heard my name, which was Indilian. The other people were definitely willing to help us, especially with the
Vonthon has
mention-
only heard like the conversation at the shack, at this little hut.
Yep.
That's true. She never met him.
I'm already on the page of trying to sneak in and steal this information if we can. If not, we can gather information on how he got the information and or what to do next.
Or we could expose him.
If nothing else, there's probably the information on how to possibly get off this island.
As well.
If
So
there
either way-
is information on how to travel between the surface world and here, that information would be under protection by the con. It may be to keep borders safe, possibly.
Well,
Can I do
Bit
an
late for
insight
that.
check to see if he's telling the truth?
Okay.
Go for it.
see, my people are also in danger, Bahan.
14?
Con.
He says that, and he's. It's more of a. It's less that he's not telling the truth, and more of it's the company line kind of a thing. It's the it's what he was told was the answer. Whether or not he believes it, you're not really certain.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, you started coming through some. Yeah.
It's fine now.
was it?
Somebody fucked up her shit. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm
alright.
somebody.
No, it's okay. I was so confused. I was like, uh-oh. So Con, my people are also in danger. I do need assistance to get back down. Otherwise, the entire fiefdom may even perish.
Hell, maybe even the country, depending on how severe it gets.
If
Exactly.
I
That's
will help
why
you
I'm
find this
here.
information, if I can. If it exists, if it still exists, it would be in the castle. I can help you get in.
We basically just need a way in
Mm-hmm.
I can
at this
do that.
point.
You can provide us a way in.
Yes. I can get you into the castle. How far, I cannot say.
As
Long as you're going to get us into it, I think we can find our way around. After that, well, actually, the hardest part would be getting out, probably. We need a escape strategy.
If there was a guard that you trusted,
That's a good. Yeah.
we could possibly find a guard to help us if there's one that you know is trustworthy. Also, if you can like sketch a map of the basic routes of the castle, that would be helpful.
Hopefully small, because we're not exactly your size.
Well, if you sketch it, we can then copy it onto another piece of paper our size.
True.
I'm not much of an artist.
Doesn't need to be perfect. Basic shapes and lines.
He grabs this like tree. It's a fucking tree, but like it's been like sharpened with like an axe, and then burned in a fire.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so he
So
picks it
about
up
this.
and he sort of starts drawing on this like large piece of tanned leather. And he starts drawing these shapes and he holds it up like this, and you have no fucking idea what you're looking at. If it's supposed to be the castle, he failed. Miserably.
Annalise,
Cool.
should we say it's good or should we be honest?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful.
Very useful. Thank you. Yes.
Do you want
Yes,
to
this is
copy
fantastic.
this down?
Yes. Just leave it there, and we'll copy it later.
Oh, okay.
As he goes and he like sort of just pins it to the wall a little bit, just lets it hang there.
You know what? You should keep it there. It's a masterpiece, even.
Maybe.
So,
And he just
Put it on the fridge.
Those little stick figure drawings when you were 3.
Okay.
Von Thorn just politely sips her tea.
Yes, I know, right? Pine tea is great.
Yep.
Oberhan, just in the case that we are spotted, if need be, would you people continue to respond to the name Endilion?
They might. Endilion and Erlon are names of fairy tales. We did not think that they existed. We thought they were mythical figures.
Well, they were in for a rude awakening.
I kind of had a thought. So
Yes?
they think people our size are things of fairy tales,
No,
right?
no, they
What
know
if we
about
play
people
into-
your
no.
size.
No,
They
just
know
the
that they
name
exist.
Emilian.
It's the specific
name.
people that they think were a fairy tale. The Endilion,
Ah.
the Erelon, the princess and her loyal retainers who came to visit the city long ago. And Endilion is the one who weaved the magic that healed a sick king.
I mean, we could still kind of play into that. We could still probably play.
Well, I think the original idea of trying to find a guard that he trusts to help at least get us to the gate, or, outside the city.
The problem is, I know not where this information would be stored. Could be anywhere in the palace. And it is a big palace, even for me.
We would have to follow your brother then. If we keep on his trail, he's bound to go seek the information eventually. At
There
least to
is
a
no
place
reason
where it's
for him to.
heavily guarded.
If it's
Does
so
he have-
valuable, it's probably kept in a vault. And vaults are usually kept under things of importance, like throne rooms or pillows.
Actually, do you know of a place that is off limits to even you?
That you were never allowed to go to.
The
He
roll.
sits there and he thinks.
There was one time where I was hiding from Azir. And we were playing game, Istilkren, and I hid behind the throne and I saw writing back there. Very beautiful scripts and characters that I did not recognize. They glowed slightly just before I touched them, and that's when my father found me. And he told me never to touch the throne until I was ready. Perhaps
Oh, that's
there.
behind
But
the throne.
I have no idea how you would activate the throne. I am very big, you are very small.
Well, at least if we can get a look at it, maybe we can decipher these glyphs.
We would have to do this quickly. We don't have much time.
Is there a time that your brother's not in the throne room?
When he is asleep.
Do you
So we
think
wait
we
till
can-
nightfall?
I may be able to get you past the gates, but you would have to make your way to the throne room through the walls of the palace on your own.
Might be our only option.
Look, like, just for distance-wise, how long would it take for humans past the gate to reach the castle?
On foot?
Yes. Hence why I asked.
Oh, fucking 2 or 3 weeks on foot.
Yep.
From this
Then how
cabin
about
to the
this?
castle? Yeah, it would be a while.
No, not even
How
for the
about
cabin,
this
for the
then?
gate to the castle.
Oh, no. That'd be probably the better half of a day. Maybe a
And
full
what
day.
time of day is it right
okay.
now?
It's
Almost
it's
sundown.
about it's not sundown yet, but it's probably around 4 o'clock. It's probably pushing close
So by
to
the
it.
time we get there, the Khan would be asleep.
Well, no, because
Probably.
sundown doesn't automatically equal bed. I mean, he might go to bed at like 9 or something. You don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Still,
we
but
can always
it'd be closer
ask
to his bedtime than
Sikon.
it would be.
We could also just wait at the castle. We could hide in the castle and wait until he leaves.
It's
I
true.
would recommend bringing your funny little object.
Good
As he just kind of like grabs it and sort
Hot
of
Wheel.
moves it around like a Hot Wheel car.
Oh,
Yeah, I care.
But
Careful, please.
how does it has no horses?
It's very special and
Very expensive.
that fancy man that you saw
Yes.
coming out earlier.
That one was very, very fancy. Yes,
He was very fancy, yes,
I have
wasn't he?
no idea what this
He
accent
was-
is.
Does this thing drive itself?
He
no,
was the one-
no.
Technically, no.
technically
Actually,
no.
yes, it does.
Drive
It
itself,
propels itself.
Someone has to steer it.
Somebody
oh,
has
it
to steer
propels
it, yes,
itself, but
but
someone
it-
has to steer
but
it.
it doesn't drive itself. It propels itself, but it doesn't drive
But that's
itself.
So why
splitting
aren't we
hairs,
using
but
that to get to the castle from the gate?
I
Oh,
would
we could be
recommend doing so.
spotted.
Yes.
Would we be seen? Because I understand the size difference, but how easy were we spotted when you saw us?
If you, well, I didn't spot you. I more heard that you. There was commotion running through woods. I
It was the
followed south.
wolves and the Yeti.
Yeah, that would do it. Weren't they hyenas?
No, they were wolves. They were wolves, and I killed 3 of them.
Depending on how
I killed
how
one.
busy the city is, when we get past the gate, going to the castle, we could blend in with the crowd.
We could, and if we stick to the edges and the shadows and go stealthily, it might take a little longer, but we could probably sneak in
Does-
fairly easily.
Does this?
Saikon, how's your crafting skills?
I mean, does it glow?
Does it what?
No,
Does it
no, it
glow
does
at
not
all?
glow.
No.
Then it would be very hard for anyone to spot it in the dark, especially at our size.
Excellent.
Like
Well, I was
seriously,
asking
it
about
fits
your
in the palm
crafting
of his
skills.
hand.
Yeah.
Imagine like a mouse
imagine.
running across your floor at night in the dark
Yeah.
with no like lights or torches. That's exactly what
Yeah.
you guys would be.
Well, it also
So then
depends on
it
like
has-
Storm Giant Vision. I don't know Storm Giant
Could
Vision.
you, Saikon, could you possibly craft a disguise for our cart to make it look like a mouse?
Well, actually,
Because the cart is
I don't
small.
want anyone trying to
Compared to
step
giants.
or kill the mice that is scurrying about throughout the castle as well. So
What
maybe
is
we should
mouse?
just keep it as a cart.
Parent.
You don't have.
Nope.
That makes sense. Actually,
that's
I would not want
good.
to encounter that ever.
Yeah. It's
Fine.
okay.
It was a thought.
It's a good thought.
It
It's
was
a very good
thought.
thought.
It was, a
It
very
was-
good thought.
Keep in mind,
Interesting.
you're not
Was-
suddenly tiny.
But
They're just fucking huge.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I was like, if you're trying to make it look like a mouse, it's like, that's an oddly large mouse.
Yeah. If the mice that we run into are the size of the cart, we're fucked.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's like, I think the giants would be like more attentive to, why is there a mouse that size?
More like the giants would be like, the fuck is that thing?
Yes, because they're like, that's not a-
seriously.
they've never even seen a mouse because they're so tiny.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, There's no.
This is
So
a
if
new
we go-
creature.
We go in when it's dark. We go stealthily, try and go as quietly as we can. We're probably not going to be seen. Going slower is better than going faster, because your eye automatically goes to things that are moving fast.
You do know that going slowly with the cart, even like at half speed, would probably still be faster than walking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And at
Don't
this
drive at
point,
night.
you're well. No, that's on you guys to decide. But yeah,
Oh God!
Annalise was
I
here.
can't believe it. I didn't know you had that. Oh my God, that's amazing.
I love that cup.
That was awesome.
I just managed to read it.
Oh my
Because
God.
like your screen has been fuzzy every time you've lifted that cup, and I'm like, what is on that? And I just managed to read it. That is awesome.
Damn. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
We need to put that.
Very good job.
I've been doing that. I've
We-
been doing that this whole time. Going, wow, nobody's
we
saying
need to put
anything.
that. We need to make that merch.
Yeah.
It should be a sticker.
Yes.
It should be a sticker that you just put at the bottom of your mug.
No, just a full mug that just says it down at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That too. Why not both?
Anyway,
Both is good.
Why not both?
Okay, no los dos.
Well-
Okay.
I think we have a plan set in motion, so we have to try to sneak into the throne room and see those glyphs.
I'll drive at
Yeah.
night.
Yep.
Yes.
And
And see which one of us can read them.
Oberon, if you could get us to the gate, that would be very much appreciated.
I will get you as far as I can.
Thank you. Should we set out now, or do we want to rest first?
well, I think our new friend here does need an additional rest to heal her additional wounds, especially since I don't want to take up any more spell slots.
Not to
Before
mention,
we-
she's probably exhausted with lots of her spells from the fights with the bandits.
I've pretty much exhausted everything then except for what I can naturally do. So
I can get
Would she be able to take a long rest as we're traveling to the gate?
I can get you into the palace. If you need to rest, I suggest doing so now while I get you there. By the time
Also, does
you are
anyone else
ready-
need a long rest? Because I do not need one, and I could be the driver.
By the time
do
you
not-
are ready,
Willow, hi.
Willow, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, you asked who all needed a rest.
Ah,
Okay.
Willow needs a rest. Vaughn.
you might need a long
Oh,
rest
but-
as well because you spent healing spells, didn't you?
I only spent 2.
Why as
Not to
well
mention-
try to
Take
gain
a
those
short
back?
rest, you know.
And
might
not
as
to
well.
mention
like for me,
you
I don't need to
spent
rest, so
on the,
I can be
in
the
the
one
fight.
driving.
I
I suggest going to sleep now. I will get you as far inside the castle as I can. The guards will let me in. How far they can let me, I do not want to put them in danger. Even though most of the guards do not listen to Azarkan anyway. I can get you as far... I can get you as far as the palace itself. Maybe farther, I do not know. But
Will
once
be-
you're there, I will have to leave you. Leave the cart, your thing somewhere, and you guys will wake up inside the castle.
That will be more than sufficient for us.
Thank you.
Calm.
Alright,
Thank you.
thank you.
that being said, so we'll say that you guys file into the Goodberry Go. As part of this, you guys all walk up to the second floor. At this point, Oprom is carrying the cart, and he's kind of situated it in his own little satchel. And he's making his way back to the castle. While this is happening, you guys all walk up to the second floor of that little balcony railing thing, and you walk down to the last door, just past where Colleen's door would be, but it's missing at the moment. And you kind of just tell Von Thon to take her key out and just sort of like imagine. And what is it you imagine?
So I kind of imagine the bedroom that I had growing up, and it's pretty. It's eclectic with like mixture of bohemian, lots of pillows, some tapestries on the walls and windows. Some of those like intricate the lanterns that hang down in like little chains and whatnot.
Ones that you
Like-
see at Ren
Like
Fair?
Chinese lanterns,
Yes.
or
Yes, the ones that
Yeah.
you see at Red Fair, the colored ones.
I
Mhm.
don't know if I know what those look like.
I'll have to show you pictures, but
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking like Chinese lanterns.
No, it's like glass, not paper.
it's basically glass lanterns that you would I think they might be Indian, actually. I'm not entirely sure. But they're
I'm not
really
sure.
pretty.
I
They
think it's
come in
like it's
multiple-
Western Europe or Eastern Europe
yeah.
area.
I'd have to look it up and show you, but
We'll show you later. How about we show you?
Yeah, I'll show you later.
I was just gonna look it up.
yeah.
Hey,
I
how about you
have
do
them
that while
on
she
my
describes
wish
it?
list on Wish. I need to find
Yeah,
them
you look
to
at-
put on my wish
you-
list on Amazon.
You look it up while she describes, while she keeps going.
What are they
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
I need something to look up. I don't know what they're called.
I don't
Uh,
remember the name
Bohemian
either, but
lanterns?
Is it the round ones or
Bohemian-
is it the one that you can actually open?
Bohemian lanterns.
no, they're round and they kind of have points on either side.
If you Google
Maybe a
search
couple of them
Bohemian
have-
lanterns, hanging lanterns, that's basically
Yeah.
what you're gonna see.
Yeah,
Bohemian
Bohemian
hanging
hanging
lanterns.
lanterns.
Okay, so. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're.
Sort of roundish, and they're glass. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And her bed is just like this giant cushion sort of thing.
Yes.
You know, because she's a cat. She's gonna be on a cushion.
Okay. Anything else?
But there's still other large pillows and large, kind of like the giant boy beanbag chairs, and a couple rugs on the floor for comfort and warmth. And then there's like a window where when the sun goes through it just right, there's a spot on the floor for a nice little sun bath on the rug. Just to lay on the rug in the sun.
Basically,
cat.
it's just a cat paradise.
Cat paradise.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I want this.
And
my
there's like
God.
and there would be like a couple bookshelves that would have some of the books that she remembers that she's been thinking about reading again,
Okay.
and maybe a couple pictures of her family.
So, as you think about this, the rest of you see a door slowly materialize into the wall. The trim lined with little pink cat paw prints going all the way up till they meet at the top. And two little cat ears on the outside of the trim with little pink fur lining on the inside. It's like that same fur that's in your gloves, but it's pink.
There's like whiskers coming out of the sides, probably.
Yeah, there's like 3 whiskers coming out the sides of the door.
Or on the door itself, like the face of the door, it's just a nose with the whiskers.
Well, actually, there's 2 windows in the door. They're oval, and they're stained glass, and they look like little green cat's eyes. And there's a little pink nose in the center, and one of those like the little line with the 2 little
Like the
you know
3.
what yeah, the little 3 thing. And it just like the door itself is white with like 3 white stripes going across where the face is kind of made up to be. And the eyes of the door, they just kind of like one of those ticking clock cats, just go side to side to side to side to side to side to side, which is weird to watch stained glass do. It's kind of like in the Harry Potter movies where you see the mermaid on the stained glass moving around. It's kind of that image. but with cat eyes moving back and forth.
It's a Cheshire door.
Kind of. And you walk in, and you're instantly in this. Your bed is this large, just like if you've ever seen a Papasan chair, the one that she's in currently, it's that cushion, like taken to the extremes in size. It is huge, and it is big, and it is fluffy, and it is so comfortable, and it is covered in pillows and little like plush toy animals and all kinds of stuff. And on either side of it, at four corners, there are bedposts connected to no bed at all. It just goes straight to the floor, like they're growing out of the floor. And there's these sort of like ribbons and this sort of like princess style, what's the word I'm looking for? Curtain going across around the beds. And
Canopy?
some of the yes, princess canopy going over the cushion. And there are more cushions scattered around the room. And there's this one little area, this sort of like nook. It's this sort of like spiral type, tower type looking thing. And you walk up, and it's these stairways, spiral staircase that goes up, and there's this little like tower area. It looks like the inside of like almost kind of like a wizard tower. But it's small and like scaled down, and there's books everywhere. And there's that window you were talking about with that has this like, you know, it's not sunny outside, but there is sunlight streaming straight into this area, and there's a little space right in the windowsill where there's another smaller little cushion for you to like curl up and just like sunbathe if you wanted to. And like you could read a book in here, and it's very cozy. There's also some materials for like practicing spells and things like that.
There's a desk.
Yep. You go back down, and there's still those rugs and those lanterns going from the ceiling. And in the center, where it looks like there's space for like a chandelier type thing, but instead of a chandelier, it's like a cluster of those lanterns. Kind of all coming out of the ceiling, and they're all lit, and they're all cozy, and they're casting all these different colors all over the walls and the ceilings. It's like, and it kind of looks like that prismatic color that comes from when you shine light through a crystal, shining everywhere on the walls and the ceilings, and they sort of turn slightly so that there's a sort of moving progression, kind of like a disco ball of prismatic color. Yeah, I think that's it.
And then there's rugs on the floor as well.
Yeah, there's those rugs on the floor.
Good.
Oh, there is these sort of like platforms going everywhere around the room. The room is very tall, and the ceiling is very high up. And so there's all these little platforms, and you looking at them, and they would be very easy to jump from place to place and try and get up to like a really high place in the.
I do a happy little draconic turtle.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
Yes, this is why we do love our good berry.
This is
Gives us what
amazing.
we need.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm not creative.
Don't worry, your woodworking is very pretty.
It's less that you created this space, and more the space was created for you.
Mm-hmm.
So Vonthorn climbs on the little platforms to that little perch there where that sunlight is, and then she just stretches out and just like.
And take a nap.
And the ears start to twitch. I love how the ears twitch right in the
It's
exact.
so good. So good.
They're
Right
supposed
then,
to do
dear.
that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Right then, dear, do enjoy your stay. If ever you are hungry, you may either call one of the servants to your room, or if you like, you can join us for dinner. To you. I imagine we don't have that much time though for us to sit and eat together.
You guys have a meal.
Whenever
like,
we go out.
people always shout. Anyway,
60%
All
Ryan.
right, so I'm guessing we long rest now.
as
Yep.
part of the long rest, you guys do get some food and.
Just
I'm
Just
very
get
restless.
to know each
I'm
other
very
a little
nervous.
bit. Some basic
Yeah,
info.
you know. What's your tragic backstory?
How much
No.
trauma do you have? Yeah, let's
We
go
are
over
not
that.
Mother's
What is
name.
your feeling on daddies and nobility?
Your mother was a
your mother's
hamster and your father
name?
smelled of elderberries.
My mother's a tabaxi, I'll have you know.
Anyway,
Oh my
So you
god.
guys-
So I think the most traumatic thing I've ever gone through so far is those bandits.
don't
Jesus.
worry,
Sweet
I'll
summer
change
child.
Says
oh no,
God.
it's the voice of God
Yeah.
again.
Anyway,
Right then.
Well, since for me, I don't need a long rest, I am going to tinker.
you do need a long rest without taking a point of exhaustion. It has been a long time. If you don't take a long rest, you will have a point of exhaustion, which will give you disadvantage on all your checks for the next day.
All
Until
right,
you
fine.
do take a long rest.
Sleep.
Go to bed.
Sleep
Yeah.
is good.
Your character
one of
does
the
actually
servants-
need to sleep. It's not a video game, Naaman.
Yeah, but it hasn't been that long of a day.
It's
Like-
been the entire day!
I mean, we did just teleport through a tree, get chased by yetis and a wolf, and
Yeah,
then picked
it's
up
been a
by
long-
a
it's-
There
giant.
have been days that we've
Yes,
had
rest,
much longer
sir.
than that, and you know it.
True, but this is still long.
Yes, but time has passed. It took time to get to the castle, it took time to get to the shack. It took time to run through the
Naaman.
forest getting chased by fucking yetis.
Naaman, I think you should listen to your friends here and take that rest, like everyone else.
Who says I can't rest and tinker?
If you do not go to sleep, you will have a point of exhaustion.
All right, fine.
Put you
You're
to
gonna
sleep
tinker in your
myself,
sleep?
Naaman.
Hey,
Just
don't be trying to tell
sleep
David, because
tinkering?
David doesn't say anything to y'all. This is me as a character. He's in his room.
True. Doing stupid shit.
I'm gonna call one of the servants to give me like an extra freaking strong sleep potion because she's so nervous.
It doesn't give any potions, unfortunately. Magical
anything.
items are kind of outside the. You get a
A
nice cup
good
of chamomile
sleepy
tea.
tea.
Yeah.
Chamomile tea.
Okay,
But as
fine.
far as like magical items, the good berry can't produce that.
This is why I
You
wanted
could have
to
asked
Donna.
Naaman. Naaman would have definitely, made sure you got to sleep.
Oh no.
We're just gonna mute him now.
Wait, that was an option?
There's always an option for me.
He's so not amused. Look at that. No.
Naaman is
if,
cursed with
if
permanent
you
silence.
want to try that, see how this campaign goes.
Naaman has
Okay, we'll talk about it
later. A hag appears in Naaman's room and curses him with a silence spell for all of eternity. Anyway.
Let's see how that goes.
This goes back
Try me.
to
Try me. I control the world, motherfucker. Try me.
Okay. Okay.
brings
Oh,
us back to game.
Come on,
Anyway.
guys.
Anyway, so
Why?
you guys all go to sleep.
Why do you taunt the DM?
Oh
Why?
no. The DM started this. If he wants to go there, I'll take it there.
Oh my
on,
gosh!
guys.
That's that type of shit.
Oh, come on.
Anyway,
Go to sleep.
you guys all
Yes.
find yourself going to sleep.
Yes.
You all take the benefit of a long rest.
Yay.
And you wake up. You wake up later that night. You peek outside the Goodberry, and you seem to be on some sort of platform made of wood, and there's this sort of like hard what's the word I'm looking for?
Beaver?
No, it's a hard sort of fabric wallpaper type thing next to you, and then you start to realize where you are again, and you start to remember where you were supposed to be, and you kind of realize you are literally a toy on a giant bookshelf at the moment.
Oh,
Dope. Smart.
Clever.
it is quite smart, actually.
Wait, we're on a bookshelf.
Yep.
There aren't stairs down from bookshelves.
Yeah, we're going
Couldn't
to
have put us on the
find
ground.
You're not like on the highest shelf of a bookshelf. You're like on the bottom shelf. You're just
Okay. Okay.
You're
Still like a
somewhere to
little
be
bit of
out
a
the
drop.
way. There's a small
Yes,
drop,
yes.
but the Goodberry can definitely handle that, especially in its.
I was
all-terrain
going to
mode.
suggest actually using the pin of everything and just making a very basic ramp, but that's good too.
You know,
Oh,
another
good. It's okay, it's okay.
I wouldn't put it right
Right.
under it.
I look at the spines of the books. Can I read what they each say?
Yeah, I mean, there's one that says the tale of Endilion and Erelon. There's it says it in giant though, so you don't see this.
I know, but like...
But I do!
Yep. There's another one that says smaller races and you. There's like it's just a bunch of books on a shelf. There's like
Cute!
Woodworking for giant dummies.
Is there a book that
Dictatorships
says
for
woodworking for
dummies.
giant dummies?
No, it's always giant dummies. They gotta be giant dummies.
What kind of books are they? They're not like cooking books or like I'm looking for some indication of what kind of shelf we're on. Are we like on a shelf in a kitchen or like in a kid's room or
you
like
look out and you sort of try to see, and you like looking around at other places in the shelf, beyond the shelf, and you're in a sort of like hallway. At least you think it's a hallway. You kind of can't see the other side because it's a giant's hallway. But you do look around and you see another storm giant standing on the other side of the bookshelf. And there's two of them, and they're standing in front of a doorway, it looks like. As it looks down towards the bookshelf, or it looks around and then looks down towards the bookshelf and just kind of peers around. What do you guys do?
stealth. Hide.
Hiding.
Okay.
How do we hide the Goodberry, though?
Make a stealth check.
Wait,
Actually, can I turn the
Willow-
pin of everything into like a wood color, or like the same type of wood, but like a fabric over the Goodberry?
I'm gonna say you don't have
Does
time
Willow
for
have
that.
pass? Does Willow have pass without a trace?
Instant changing. I can't do it.
Yeah, but you couldn't get it up and in position.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does Willow have
Unless.
pass without a trace?
No, I'm joking.
You don't have time for that.
So
This
you
is
just
like
roll for
instant
stealth?
Reaction. Roll for stealth.
You
Yo!
said without a trace?
Not even
I
pass
wish-
without a trace. No.
Fuck you.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I'm using a fate die.
17.
All of us
Neen,
are
neen.
rolling for stuff? Okay.
Neen, neen.
You're using a fate die?
Yes.
What you get?
I
Rolled
don't
a
like
2.
Oh.
Are you
Using-
sure you want to do that?
Why'd you say that?
I would say no. I say no. No. No fate die. Save it. Save it right now.
Fine. It's a 3. Fine.
Save
it's a 3.
the fate
It's a 3.
die.
It's a 3. It's a 3.
It is a party check, so the natural 20 is going to help balance that out.
15.
Okay. What were the two of you? Annalise and Vunthan?
17.
19.
Okay. So the giant looks over, looks down at the Goodberry, where you guys are kind of ducked around and hid behind it, And he just sort of sits there. Hey.
Oh, kitty.
When do you think they're going to, wake up? I don't know.
Oh, they know.
Oh,
Just make sure that nobody else sees them.
I'm gonna start peeking around the side and like just peek my head up.
yeah, same as Naaman, just like right above her.
His name is Vonthorn on top of Naaman.
Do you really think one of them is?
It's just like all of our heads are sticking out the side, like on top of each other.
As you hear them converse,
Do you really think one of them is an Andilian? Oh, that's
Here's
a
my-
fairy tale.
Actually, she is.
They don't hear you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Actually, she is.
Naaman.
God
I
damn, boy.
immediately put my hands over his mouth.
Why
quiet
did
him
I have
down.
that? Why did I have that too? Why did I have a nat 2 and you had the nat 20?
Please.
I should have that nat 20 just for that.
I'm fun, aren't I, guys?
Duh.
you are the person I was talking about in that TikTok video I made.
Mhm.
Which one?
Mhm.
Don't know which one.
The one about metagaming. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh!
Yup.
Okay.
Esmeralda.
No.
Esmeralda, go out there.
no.
You
Vaughn?
are one lucky
Vaughn,
dumbass.
do sparkles.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5 on a perception check.
Vonthorn just putting her hands over his mouth and just like, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll make my way out slowly.
Esmeralda, when you go out there, do some. Vaughn, do some sparkles to make her look super magical.
Yes.
Naaman,
I have my
Stay
own-
here.
oh,
Stay
okay.
quiet. Stay put.
Seem friendly.
Shh. We don't want to alert anyone. That's not friendly. These guys, they're
How
friendly.
come they
Assume
can't even hear
makes
me
an
when I'm
ass out of
talking?
you and me.
Flames on the side of my
Look at Naaman. I love you, but you're an idiot. Shut up. Assuming makes
It's
an
not my
ass
fault
out
I'm
of you and me.
traumatized with stupidity. That's canon.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that.
I'm going to make.
That's
my
canonic.
way
That's
out
not
the
even
side.
like me making that up.
Going to make my way out the side of the cart.
Right.
And just kind of like wave at them to see if it catch their eye.
sparkles.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
Just from the side.
Sparkles.
Use taumaturgy.
Coming
No,
out like
no,
in
the
my
presentation
very
to do the
dignified
sparkles.
pose.
As you do that, the guy. I'm just going to check again. Oh, come on, if they weren't there 5 seconds ago, they're not going to be there. As they both turn over and look, or I could be wrong.
Just sparkle, make her look as cute as possible. Sparkles.
I was
Sparkle,
hoping
sparkle.
ethereal, but okay.
Do you think
They're
Magical.
really cute.
Ethereal.
What is the Andilian? I don't know. Do Andilians glow?
You don't know.
I don't think they can hear me, right?
No,
Even if
they
I
can't.
talk.
They can't. As one of them looks around and goes down and like crouches down. Come on, drive your thing onto my hand.
Right. Thank you. And yes, I am the Andilian. And she's gonna go up to the front of the cart and drive.
All they
he
heard
kinda
was-
looks a little embarrassed. He didn't know if you could hear him.
Pleasure to meet you.
I hop on top of the wagon.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
I'm just happy I can jump again.
She kind of like.
Oh,
yells
also,
to the-
he goes to Vaughn and is like, "Hey, check this out!" And he jumps onto the wagon.
Doing?
Dude.
This
This is dumb, but that was
she,
And I hop on next to him.
Yes, yes. Get
So
on,
you drive
everyone.
the good berry onto his hand, and he sort of like
Yes.
creaks the door open and then like lets it down onto the floor and like scoots you guys into in past the door and closes it.
Yes.
In this room, you all see it's a slightly familiar room. You've been in here before, but it's darker now.
Mm.
This is the throne room to the Storm Palace of the giant city of Gíslaborg.
And that's where we leave off, everybody.
And that is where we are going to leave off for the night.
You can tell from his description.
His tone.
I'm gonna start doing it more often.
What was wrong with name and yelling? Tell me.
Oh my god!
What is wrong
We're
with name
gonna
and yelling?
be going on
So
a
apparently
stealth
storm
mission.
giants can't hear us even when
yelling.
we yell. So that it's just like, oh, it's a problem with the ones that are close by that are supposed to be helping us.
Maybe.
We
don't know.
want to risk alerting someone. Take on side.
I swear, I
You
have.
must be
I
stealth.
will-
Assume everyone is an enemy.
It's for you.
Don't yell at them.
Sense.
Just for you.
You're great in a fight, but you're terrible at stealth, my dude.
Well, actually, I was the one with the nat 20 and
Yes.
You ruin your own stealth with your mouth.
You are the epitome of, well, it's what my character would do right now.
Oh no, it's not just saying that. It's that
You are
it was no
that
longer.
fucking asshole at the table who sits there and does the one thing that everybody else says is like the dumb thing to do, and you're like, well, it's what my character would do. I'm chaotic.
It's not even that my
neutral.
character would
That is
do it. It's like
exactly who you
there
are
was
right
no
now.
problem with that. With how everything else was described.
So I think we need to have a sit down with him on campaign 1 of Critical Role. Have him go through all of the Tiberius plot.
Yep.
God.
You must sit through an hour of shopping for mirrors.
Yeah, wasn't that episode great?
Oh, so good.
Oh god. Anyway,
Goodness.
so that is where we are
Anyways.
going to leave the stream tonight. Thank you for joining us, and and welcome to our newest player, who is going to be joining us for the foreseeable future. Our new permanent member to the cast. We are so happy to have you.
Yes,
this is
we
something
are.
I've kind of been thinking
Be
about for
here.
a while, and I recently asked the rest of the cast if they would be willing to let a new person join, and everybody was excited to have you join.
Freaking
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
everybody was excited.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
nobody
sure.
didn't want you to join. It
I
was,
screamed.
it was,
so much
it was absolutely unanimous. It was as if it was the obvious choice.
Yes.
It was.
I was actually really
It was.
nervous coming on here because this is also the first official kind of podcast I've ever been on as well. So yeah.
Well, welcome. We get to be your debut.
Welcome to the
internet.
madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now welcome
the internet.
to the chaos that we all create.
Yeah.
We
Some more
all
than others.
name in same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
the only
Olivia-
one.
I mean,
who
to
does
be
the
fair,
chaos.
you didn't
I-
see me try and fight a bard,
Oh, yeah.
so you know, it's just
Also-
it's not
Well,
my
she did see
version
you.
of
has not
chaos,
seen you
but
try to fight
I
a
do have
bard.
some.
I have.
But there was
true.
also the time with
That's true,
our
that's
druid
true,
who was
yes.
on guard who tried to lure a bear away while we slept. There was also
Almost
the time
died.
where our ranger got arrested. Then our cleric
Saying she
decided
wasn't
to
gonna
bring
stab someone.
a dragon to the ranger. I think there's a lot of chaos in this group.
Whoa, wait a
more
minute,
like,
hold on.
More like there's the time that the cleric suggested building a nuclear bomb.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I forgot that
And
one.
let's not forget, at the moment, our
We're
moral
listing off
center
some
is
chaotic
not
shit that you
here.
guys have done.
Wait, what?
And our moral center, she's not here right
I
now.
call it innovative.
Our guiding morals, not here.
Excuse you.
Precious bean is
Call it
missing.
innovative.
Yeah, you're great.
Yes, so did the
but-
Manhattan Project.
Colleen, that seems good to take care of a nest of dragons. Just blow it up.
need our team.
Yeah, we need our team mom.
Let's just nuke a mountain range.
do.
That seems like the easiest way to
We do.
handle it.
I didn't say the entire mountain range. I just wanted to collapse
Just
the tunnels.
part
and
of
like
it.
she wants to
It'll
build
just
it.
be
She wants to destroy everything.
Dead.
I said I want to
It'll
destroy
just be a
the
mostly bomb.
But an entire
Just
tunnel system
mostly
of an
destroyed.
entire mountain would not be one small explosion. It'd be like you'd have to set off multiple or one massive explosion.
Depends on the tunnel system, actually.
It really does.
Anyway.
If you have top
And depending
over
on
there
the tunnel
being
system,
able
could
to make
collapse
it so it all
the mountain
drops.
entirely.